What's going on, everybody? Good morning and happy Bricklink Designer Program Series 8 pre-order day. It's going to be a very interesting live stream as we've got 5 beautiful sets going up for pre-order. I already see quite a few people here in the chat, which is amazing. First person I would like to shout out and say hello to is Sophia. Good morning, Sophia. She's watching with my amazing wife, Joanna. So shout out to Joanna for adjusting her sleep schedule so she could help make this live stream happen. But good morning, everybody. We got Tribeca Bricks here. Moon Shoes is in the building. Yeah, short countdown. Got to jump into it right away. What's going on, Travis? For those of you guys asking for the direct quick buy links, I have provided them. They are in the description of the live stream for all 5 sets. We can have our moderators, throw them in the chat in about 57 minutes when the sets do go live. But in case you just want to not bother with going to Bricklink, you can just click on the link and it will automatically add the set to your cart in on the LEGO website. What's going on, Temple Boys? Great to see you. That's right. Don't forget to hit the like button. It's been an amazing few days. In fact, we might be, I don't want to jinx it, but we might be celebrating another mini milestone here on the channel today. You guys are just crushing it with all the views, and the likes have been through the roof. So thank you guys for all the incredible support over the last few days. What's going on, Pat? Great to see you. And I'd love to hear, as we're going through, we're going to briefly talk about each set here. I'd love to hear everybody's predictions and thoughts on which sets are going to sell out. If you guys didn't see my video, I just posted it. Went live about an hour ago, and I've been trying to answer as many questions as possible. Here, where it is. Let's get it up here. So we've had an overwhelming amount of questions regarding the Bricklink Designer Program, the ordering process. So between yesterday's Q&A video, where I answered a lot of general LEGO questions, and then in today's video, I tried to really hone in on Bricklink Designer Program. So over the last 48 hours, hopefully I've been able to answer, 90 to 95% of everyone's questions regarding LEGO and Bricklink Designer Program. All right, what do we got? Oh, Roby-Wan Kenobi coming in as a channel member for 9 months. Wow, it's been 9 months already. Thank you so much, Rob. He says, good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Great to have you in the chat, Rob. Thank you so much for being in here. Rob, are you picking up anything today? I don't know if any of these sets are up your alley, but I would love to hear. We got Jeffrey in the building. Jeffrey, I think I saw you dropped a comment on the video this morning. Are you picking up? Are you going the full 5, all 5 sets, which is truly incredible if you are. We've got Chris coming in. Morning. Come for the hangout and the FOMO. Yeah. Well, I mean, hopefully if you guys have watched my channel for at least a little bit, you'll understand that I try to do my best to suppress the FOMO. We actually just made a game time decision, and we're not going to be pre-ordering as many sets as I had initially planned. I was going back and forth with Joanna, so we'll get into that here in just a moment. We got Tribeca saying, now that LEGO has a shopping app, do we think mobile buying might be smoother than desktop if BDP goes through the app? Maybe, but I mean, based on how LEGO handles their technology and their software, I mean, I'd be surprised if they had an app already that was able to handle BDP traffic. But you never know. What's going on? Mr. Fluffy says, good morning, Slapshot fam. John, Joanna, and Miss Sophia. Y'all have more of that caffeine? Yeah, I just poured myself a nice big cup of coffee, and I'm going to be sipping on that all throughout the morning. Let me see. Yeah, we're not discussing that. We're not discussing that this morning. And to everybody who keeps badgering us, please stop. We have already addressed it here on the channel. There's plenty of other channels talking about it. That's not what we're doing right now. We got Ryan coming in who says, I guarantee that the dust mark along with the University of Science will sell out. I agree with you there. Yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? How fast is the dust mark keep going to sell out? I think that is the magic question. We are not. We are actually we're only doing 2, believe it or not. So I wanted to do 4. So yeah, I guess we'll just start off the morning talking about this. So we had originally planned, I wanted to get Dustmark Keep is just gorgeous. So I have to get Dustmark Keep. Like, I'm all about the Snake Knights. It's happening. I wanted to get Coconut Cape, and then Joanna had said that University of Science was her #1 set of the year that she wanted until we found out Sagrada Familia was coming. And then she still wanted the University of Science until we just found out that the Sagrada Familia is going to be $800 instead of $600. So we actually just talked about it for about half an hour, and we're not going to be getting the University of Science, just because the budget can only go so far, and that $800 hit in November, which, by the way, remember, these sets will ship in November, so your cards will be charged, or whatever your method of payment is, in November. So November is going to be a rough month, and November is usually a rough month anyway, because there's sales and insider days and Black Friday, whatever. So we really have to be careful around November and December. So today we're just going to pick up Dustmark Keep and the hot air balloon, which is, a bummer, but maybe we'll be able to get University of Science, or maybe I'll be able to part it out down the road or something. But we've got Yuki coming in, who says, hi, I have a question. Will the instructions just be PDF, or will it be full interactive building app instructions? No, they are PDF instructions. They're very basic. Basically, Lego and Bricklink, they don't want to put any extra funds or money into developing regular instructions. They're very, very basic. Like, I'm talking like 1 or 2 bricks per page. The PDFs are anywhere from 500 to 700 pages, so it is a little bit more of a different building process. And that's why I caution people with BDP, with making sure that up front that they are digital instructions, and these are not sets that are coming from Lego with paper instructions, nor are they designed by official Lego designers. They're designed by fan designers who do an incredible job, but there is definitely a difference in the building process. I don't think it's enough to deter most people from buying the sets, but I know if you just don't like staring at a screen for 3 to 6 hours, depending on which one of the 5 sets you're building here on screen, then it's something to consider. What's going on, 808? Great to see you. Thank you so much for joining in. We've got N Math here, who says, follow the last 3 of these live streams for the BDP. This got me back into the BDP and helped me get some, especially the second chance. Well, I'm very happy to hear that. We should be hopefully getting word of a second chance drop soon for Series 6, potentially, because they had the second chance drop for Series 3 and Series 4 together, and then we just had Series 5 on its own. So it's been over 6 months since we got Series 6 in hand, right? Or it's coming up, actually. We're like 4 months. I think I got it. I'm like looking at the Outlaw Forest Den. We got this in like March-ish, and now it's June. So at some point this summer, hopefully we see a second chance drop. What's going on, Big Mac Bricks? Love the name. Love the logo, too, on your little minifigure t-shirt. That's so cool. Jeffrey says, all 5 sets are bangers. 3 are for me, 1 for the pretty lady in my life, and 1 for my little cousin who is in school. Oh, look at that. Looking out for the family. And most importantly, your pretty lady. That's amazing, Jeffrey. Congratulations. We got Justin coming in. Dustmark will be gone by noon. Ooh. Yeah, Dustmark is going to be a hot one. I do think it's going to sell 50,000. I think it's going to be the second highest individual set behind Transylvania, of course. Definitely going for Dustmark. Yeah. Looking to get the train. Very nice. Series 7 took a few days to sell out. There was a cool Polish website that tracked it how. Yeah, we were able to track it as well, thanks to some savvy people here in our community. There's a way you can reverse engineer the data from the Bricklink website directly, and I'll probably be doing that several times throughout the day to see where we are with percentages and sellouts and stuff. Hot air balloon plus University plus Dustmark. There you go. These are not live yet. Nope. We have 49 minutes until they go live. University of Science is a set I want from the series, but it's so expensive. $500 Canadian plus tax hurts. Yeah, these are very expensive. So that's why, Joanna and I talked about it, and it's very tough. It's such a challenge to say no. We'll see in a couple days if University of Science and if Coconut Cape is still up, and I don't know. We have a couple videos that do well over the course of the next few days. We'll see. But yeah, you got to stick to the budget. No purchase for me today. I'm waiting for the 2 upcoming BDP Wild West sets. And yeah, we got some nice ones coming up. So if you guys are sitting out for Series 8, if you're only getting 1 or 2, that's completely fine, because Series 9 is in October. And this is going to be another tough series for us. I love the Sleepy Dragon Inn. Joanna really likes the Fisherman's Village. Yeah, Wild West Blacksmith. I think we're going to be going these 3 right here. Pumpkin Patch and Wood Brick Freight Depot. Like, those are both awesome, and I love trains. But Yeah, I really love these three sets up here. And then we have another Wild West set. See, that's the thing. Like, we have the Wild West train station coming in Series 10, so I don't really feel the need to grab the Wood Brick Freight Depot in Series 9. But Series 10, oh my gosh, this is going to be a tough series. Like, I'm going to have to work my tail off because we won all five of these. I mean, the Joust, come on, Space Cafe, Firehouse, Wild West Train, and you know what? Throw in the little kiosk because we gotta support the small sets. But I mean, come when is this going up? February. Come February, if we have to trim the budget and only pick one or two sets, then we'll have to cross that bridge when we get there. But yeah, it's getting tough. And then we've got the big reveal for Series 11 on June 20th coming up here in about 11 days. So yeah, the Bricklink Designer Program, they're moving and grooving. Before we know it, we're going to be voting on Series 12. So it's going to be crazy. What happened in June? You have a video title saying you won't buy anything, and then you have a huge June 1st haul video. Well, you'll just have to watch the video, Luke, to find out what's going on there. I will say this. I don't know why a lot of people like come over and they'll immediately comment like something like that Luke just said, and they won't watch the video. And it's like most of the time, if you just watch like the first 5 minutes, or sometimes not even the first 5 minutes, like somebody, I know it was kind of inadvertent and we played it out in the comment section there playfully, but yesterday somebody asked immediately, it was like 5 minutes after I posted our Q&A video, they're like, where do you get all your Castle t-shirts? And it was like, that was the first question that I answered in the Q&A video. So I know it's crazy, but I don't like to leave you guys hanging. I will literally, I did the video today to answer more questions. So there should be no mysteries. If there is a little bit of a mystery, just click the video and just fast forward or watch it on triple speed if you want. Will Lego gift cards work for BDP? Yes, I would just recommend making sure you're logged into your Lego Insider account. Since this is not like these aren't going to sell out in like minutes, you'll have time. So you can load up your Lego gift card. You can also use your Insider's points on Bricklink Designer Program sets. So that's another thing that you can do if you should so choose. It is actually a good time to use your points because there's actually no way otherwise to reduce the cost of Bricklink Designer Program sets. You don't get double points, you don't get GWPs. So the prices are kind of the prices, which is what makes budgeting for these rather tough. And that's why I really hope the BDP actually expands to maybe 6 or 7 finalists with the specific purpose of choosing another 2 or like 1 to 2 smaller and reasonably priced sets. Instead of having like a giant castle, maybe you have like a little like castle battle pack, or like a side build of like a little castle siege of some sorts with a couple minifigures. I mean, you could do all sorts of stuff because there are some really good designers here in the community submitting fantastic smaller submissions as well. And I think having that 6th or 7th spot could really open it up, and it would also allow more people to participate in the BDP without having to feel like they're overextending themselves. Purchasing the university and the hot air balloon. I never purchased a castle before. Should Dustmark be my first? That's a really good question, Leanna. I would maybe this is a hot take, but I don't think so. I think if you want to get your first castle, I would highly recommend buying the Creator 3-in-1 Horse Knight Castle, because that is a third of the cost. Roughly a third of the cost, coming in at $130. Walmart is having clearance right now, so you might be able to find it cheaper. So maybe let's say around like $100. And I think that's a really good set if you're just getting into castle, because if you are castles in particular are kind of similar to Star Wars, where most of them are light bluish gray. And I've even found myself getting a little frustrated or fatigued after a while building some of these, and now I'm trying to build some of these 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 piece, all light bluish gray sets. And it can get really boring and monotonous at times when you're just constantly looking for gray bricks. So for that instance, I'd recommend starting out with a smaller castle. And on top of that too, with the Bricklink Designer Program, they're digital instructions, they're not paper instructions, so that plays into it as well. So yeah, I would start there with a smaller creator castle. Very good shout out on cards being charged in November. Yeah, absolutely. That was one of the most popular questions that I've gotten over the last few days. Which is completely understandable. Like it's June, people are heading into the summer. They might have vacations lined up. They have plans, and if you don't have the budget right now, it's definitely refreshing to know that, hey, like my car is not going to get charged in November. But just put a note in your phone, mark it on your calendar though, because it comes up faster than you think. And like Joanna and I were just talking about, like November is going to be a very busy month for us. Like it's just the holidays. Um, there's other expenses, saving up for Christmas and everything. So you have to kind of picture yourself. All right, 6 months from now, where am I going to be? What is my financial situation going to be? And can I stomach or can I fit in, $800 worth of Bricklink designer program sets into my budget? And if the answer is no, then you shouldn't be purchasing, any of them, or, you should narrow it down the way we have to only two. So it's tough though. And that's why budgeting and, factoring in your current and future financial picture is so important when it comes to this hobby. Jeffrey says, I opened a separate checking account to help save up money and to make sure the money is available whenever they bill. There you go. That's a great way to do it right there. I like that. We have a little while before they go live still. I'm probably good for 4. Well, define good. Not looking forward to the bill in July for Series 7. Yeah, that's the other thing. Series 7 should be shipping next month. I'm probably ordering the Locomotive, Coconut Cape, Dustmark, and University separately just in case. That's another great tip too. Yeah, if you are, I'm not a proponent of this. I don't think it's a good thing to get into the habit of. We've actually been talking about canceling Lego sets quite a bit over the last few days. People message me all the time. They're like, hey, if I buy this, can I cancel it? I'm like, yeah, I guess, sure, you should, or you could. But you theoretically can buy all 5 of the Bricklink Designer Program sets. And then, if you do it separately, then later on you can cancel which ones you don't think you're going to buy. The reason that I don't think that it's a good habit to get into, because number one, you might forget to cancel. And then if you get hit with that massive charge on your credit card and you didn't actually want one or several more of the sets that you pre-ordered, then you're kind of in a tough spot. And that's just, you kind of did that to yourself. Number 2 is that you're giving the Bricklink Designer Program team a false sense of demand, because if you are buying something and then canceling it later, you're actually causing more work for the Bricklink team. Now, I know people are going to say like, hey, it's their job. Like their job is to run the BDP program. And you would be right. But if you work retail or if you work somewhere where people return stuff, I'm sure it's a hassle. Like we have to return stuff on Amazon. Actually, we have a big Amazon order that came in yesterday, super damaged. And Joanna spent 45 minutes on the phone with the Amazon rep, figuring out returns, refunds. Like it's always a hassle. And then the other thing too is, yeah, if you make a return, there is a slight positive note to that, right? Where the set is now potentially going to be offered on a second chance drop to another person who maybe didn't have the opportunity to get it in the first place. And that is good. That means at the end of the day, the set could get into the hands of a collector who really wanted it and wanted to build it. But at the end of the day, like, I don't think, like, it's tough with these second chance drops too, because it causes a lot more frustration. Like way more people seem to be frustrated with the second chance drops than happy, just because there's so few sets. So in my opinion, I think the Bricklink designer team, and I know they don't agree with this, and maybe some of you guys don't agree with this, but I think they should go back to the model where the Bricklink designer program pre-order window is open for 4 weeks. Like, and maybe 4 weeks is too big nowadays, but like 2 to 3 weeks I think would be the sweet spot to at least, most people get paid every 2 weeks, so to hit that like full pay period. But if you give people more time to pre-order, think about it, I think that they would sell out most of the sets, and then you don't have to deal with the second chance drops. Just because I've been seeing the second chance drops actually cause way more angst and frustration here in the community rather than happiness, because only a few people are actually getting the leftover sets. But here we go. Evelyn says, yes, I was checking my credit card for the one set from Series 7 and it has not gone out yet. No, the Series 7 sets have not shipped yet. They usually, the way the BDP is lined up, they usually ship like right before the next one goes up for pre-order. But sometimes, there's only 4 months in between each pre-order window, and then they do state that it takes about 5 to 6 months to produce and ship out the sets. But yeah, they'll ship out in July, so they're coming soon. We need a BDP layaway program. No, people will be racking up all kinds of crazy debt too. No, that wouldn't be good. But great to see you, Josh. It's so awesome to have you in here. Shout out to all the channel members. I see a lot of green names here in the chat, and I truly appreciate all of you. Jeffrey says, is it just me, or do other people dislike the 2 to 3 piece per set instructions? No, I was not a fan either. I've only reviewed one set here on the channel so far, one BDP set with the Outlaw Forest End, and it was a little bit frustrating because it was only one piece per page for the instructions. I didn't mention that in my review just because I loved the set so much, and looking back, I should have mentioned that because I was getting frustrated. It was 680 pages in the PDF and one piece per page. It was a little or 2 pieces, I think, at most. So yeah, it was a little a lot of scrolling. I felt like I was putting a piece down and then scrolling. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I like the sets, and the very slow instruction building process is not going to hold me back. But Dave is here, and Dave is a channel member. We actually have some really good channel member news to share. So I want to go grab one of the base plates because Joanna has been working really hard. All right. So speaking of budgeting, I'm going to take the Bricklink off the screen for just a moment. So thanks to you guys, we got to put all the minifigures back, but thanks to you guys for blowing up some of our videos over the last couple weeks. We were able to take some channel money and we bought a label maker, which probably doesn't sound too exciting, but I'm pretty excited about it for 2 reasons. The first reason being, now we were able to update the channel member base plate here. We actually have 3. We have so many channel members now. We're actually almost at 100 channel members, so you guys are amazing for that. 3 base plates, and then I think we actually need to start a 4th one now. But we got all the channel member names now on the base plate. We got to put the corresponding minifigs back, but we've got everybody's names looking clean and fresh with the label maker. And I'm also excited about the label maker because we're going to use it to label all the bins behind me, where the pieces are too big to fit on the outside of the bin. So yeah, it's I think it was $25. It wasn't that crazy, but every little thing goes a long way. So just wanted to share that because of you guys, we were able to get a pretty awesome tool here for the channel. So thank you guys once again for all the support. CDH Chicago Cubs says, I wonder what that locomotive fit in the earlier Bricklink set, the old train engine set, or will that locomotive fit in the earlier Bricklink set, the old train engine set? Maybe. I don't know. I'd have to look up the dimensions. I don't have the old train shed either. Can't wait for next month's shipping of Series 7. I know, me too. Oh, we got a super chat. Speaking of amazing support, Brick by Brick. Oh my gosh, super generous with the $20. First live with Slapshot Bricks. Not the first go around with Bricklinks. Looking to pick up the Academy and probably the train. Wishing luck to all who try to buy. Well, thank you so much for that super generous super chat. It really means a lot. Every single penny goes a long way around here. We're trying to extract everything we can because the biggest and most common question we get behind where do you get your t-shirts is when will the city start? And we're trying. We made some big strides over the last 2 weeks towards getting the city started. Joanna actually texted me. She was up at 4 a.m. I think it was 2 days ago, and maybe they're getting delivered today, but she found a flash sale on more folding tables on Amazon. Now, our city is not going to go on folding tables, but for those of you guys who heard, I'll just say it again. We need folding tables right now as temporary tables. We have so much going on here in the studio between our sealed sets, the big parts collection that we just picked up. We have some built sets, and I want to get everything off the ground so we can see it all. And then that way we can start to organize. We have built sets that got damaged or partially destroyed and some of our moves that need to be rebuilt. So I think she was able to get 2 more tables. Those tables are going to be huge, and she got them for a crazy steal, which was awesome. But I'm actually going to be providing a studio and city update in this video that I'm putting together with the big collection. I'm hoping to having the video posted later in the week for you guys. I'm going to go with the university and 2 trains because I wanted to do the B unit. I heard about that, CVAth. Yeah, so if you guys didn't hear, there is an alternate or, a different version here of the Brick Railroad locomotive. This is the A model, and there's actually a B model. And apparently the designer is going to release instructions for it after the pre-order is over, from what I understand. So that's pretty cool. Sluggin16 says, morning, how does it work that you pre-order one today and not pay today? It's my first time. No apology needed. So you're going to pre-order it today, and that just lets the Bricklink team know that you are reserving your copy of whatever set you pre-order. It's going to go into production after the pre-order window is over, and it takes about 6 months to produce. And then once they're ready in November to ship, that is when your card or method of payment will get charged. Yeah, no question is too basic, so feel free to ask away. Do you think I can wait to get the locomotive? Do you think it will sell out? I do not think the locomotive will sell out. And you have 9 days. You have until June 18th. I think they said at 12 p.m. I can't remember. Let me see. It said down here 12 p.m. Pacific time. So you have until 3 o'clock Eastern time on June 18th. So you got about just literally 9 days exactly to get the train. So I don't think the train will sell out. For the ones that don't sell out quickly, it might be that their stock is reallocated to the higher selling ones, so they could sell out in that way because their max is reduced. That is true, Tribeca. Yeah, that's a very good point. I don't know. Like, I think this is a very strong series. I don't know if this series is strong enough to sell 150,000 units. Like, that would be pretty crazy. That was, if you guys saw my video today, I predicted 145,000. So, Series 7 was just north of 143,000. So that's where I'm thinking we're going to land. I think the Dustmark Keep is going to sell 50K or near 50K. University of Science, I think, will be a mid to high 40s. Hot air balloon, I could see selling easily 40 to 42,000. So yeah, they're gonna have to do some math with like allocating numbers here and there. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. Dave, I don't know if you're trying to budget or if you're hesitating. Like, I'd love to know, like, if you're trying to, because I know you're a big train guy, so I'd love to know like what you're trying to get, and if there's a reason you're trying to figure out, like, can I wait later in the period? So. Good morning. What's going on, Brenhan, Wiley? I'm getting Coconut Cape and the Dustmark Keep and maybe Hot Air Balloon. Oh, that's a great trio right there. Brick by Brick says Series 10. Yes, I will be very much looking to the Wild West builds, and the Firehouse is fully on the radar for me too. Yeah, I love the Series 10. And Brick Hucker is the same designer. So Brick Hucker did the Dustmark Keep, which is going up today, as well as the Series 10 Firehouse. So I think it's great seeing repeat designers because obviously they know the Bricklink designer program process by now. So I like to see a combination, give us some repeat designers, and also it's good to see some new people get into the door as well. Hey, Cameron Studios is here. If you guys are not subscribed to the great team over at the Brick Hour podcast, definitely go check them out. We did an amazing episode last week breaking down all of the Bricklink designer program sets, even some part of the AFOL designer program before it was called the BDP, and we came up with a big winner with Transylvania Asterix as a, we're just going to put this aside because it is a legendary set in its own right, but we narrowed it down and we had a winner for the best BDP set of all time. It was a lot of fun. So great to see you, Cameron. Am I the only one that thinks this series is by far the strongest series so far? It's interesting. Every single series that goes up, I hear it both ways. I hear people go, oh, this is the worst series, and then other people say this is the best series. So, yeah, it's everybody's got their own preferences. I think this is a very strong series. My favorite series to date will still be Series 5. I loved that series with the popcorn wagon, Transylvania. I love the antique shop. I thought that was cool too. So, overall, that was just a really good series for me. But everybody's got their preferences. Michelle says, with the Sagrada Familia being more expensive than estimated, I'm going to hoard my points for that one. Yeah, that's what we're doing. I've got about 300 points in the bank right now for Joanna's set. I'm hoping that we got a couple purchases that we budgeted for double points. Hopefully that will get us roughly another $50 to $100 in points, and that will bring us to 4. And then we'll be halfway there with, and then maybe with other purchases that we plan on making from July to November, as long as we earn like $30 or $40 worth of points each month, that should get us pretty close so that Joanna can walk into the Lego store on November 1st and either get Sagrada for, as little as possible, or maybe even free, if because that's the other thing too. We have points coming from Bricklink Designer Program sets. So like when the Series 7 sets ship, we'll also have some points being added to our bank. But yeah, it's tough hoarding the points, but it's definitely worth it. I have to stick to my budget, and now I'm going to sit this one out. I have to sell some Funko if I want to get a set here. There's nothing wrong with doing that. Selling some part of your collection, whatever it may be, to get something new for your collection. John, do you have the OG Castle 375 in your collection? What's going on, Bruno? I'm not sure which one that is. Are you talking about like set 375? Definitely consider splitting your purchases into multiple orders in case you change your mind later about one, or you decide you don't want all the expense at one time. You can always cancel. Yeah, Frostner, that's an excellent point. Thank you for bringing that up. Anyone remember when Series 7 hits? Yeah, it'll be sometime in July. All right, how am I looking on the chat here? I'm only like 10 minutes behind. I plan on getting the Keep and Coconut Cape. Do you think I should double up on one of them, seeing as they will probably be very hard to get later? I wouldn't double up for the sake of investing in it. So I actually brought that up in my video today because I had countless people over the last few days ask me if they should buy a Dustmark Keep and then sell it like a year from now or 2 years from now. So I am not a Lego investor. I invest in my personal joy and Joanna and I's happiness. Like, we like to enjoy Lego to build and have fun with. But I understand there are people in this community that purposely buy Lego sets for the sake of financial gain, which is completely fine. Especially since a lot of people buy sets and then they go up in value, and you can sell them and then use that money to just buy more Lego for your collection. So it's a nice cycle. Bricklink Designer Program sets are no longer appreciating as much as they used to in value for two reasons. The sets are being produced in higher quantities, and the second reason being people have now understood and realized that there are no specialized pieces used with these sets. So if you want to, you can part them together. Now, parting them together would be a huge hassle. It's not something the everyday person is going to be able to do, but it's going to prevent most of the sets from appreciating to a price that's going to net you a reasonable amount of money, in my opinion, that's going to make it profitable or worth your time to invest in it. So I would get multiple copies if you plan on building them or maybe doubling up. Like, there's a really cool design, like Brick Hugger shared out like what a doubled up Dustmark Keep looks like, and it's so cool. Like, I would love to build that. That would just be so epic. But I don't know what your intent would be, Miss Stone, or Mr. Stone, but I would just caution you on the Lego investing side. Hint on being sure you have the cash/credit card room for upcoming November hit. Put the money away in another account. Sorry if I was typing while the comment on saving a separate account. No, that's another great tip. I love that, brick by brick. Yeah, that's very smart. What's going on, Thomas? Happy Tuesday. Great to see you in the chat. It's okay. Sophia told me all she wants for Christmas is a University of Science. What a kid. Oh, man, that's going to be crazy. She just turned 6 months old. December means that she's going to be a year old. How the heck would that have happened so fast? But what's going on, Lauren? What the Brick is in the house. If you guys are not subscribed to our good friend Lauren, definitely go check her out. She makes great content over there. OTH Dog Dad says cards will be charged now, but the charge will be reversed in several days to a week. Be careful if you have low credit limits so you don't find yourself stuck at a gas station on vacation. That is an excellent point. Yeah, great shout out right there on that. So yeah, you will technically be charged today. It's a temporary hold that they place on your credit card or method of payment, but it will fall off in the next few days. So no need to panic. So yeah, it's actually a very good point. You got to make sure you have the credit/cash available right now. Have you ever seen a set not be crowdfunded and not be produced? No, that's a great question, Michelle. Every single set that's gone up through the BDP has reached the minimum number of 3,000 units and has been produced. We have yet to see one, and I don't think we'll see one ever not get produced. I think the community is too strong, and the demand for Bricklink is too large at this point, where even if Bricklink was to throw up, like, let's say, a universally accepted terrible set, I still think 3,000 people would buy it. I mean, depending on what it is, it would just have to be so bad and so unwanted or so expensive that just 3,000 people wouldn't buy it. But this is a global thing. There are people that are going to be tuning in from multiple regions of the world right now to buy these sets. 3,000 is nothing when you think about the world. The finances are why I purchased each set separately, just in case I need to cancel. I know it's not the best thing to do, but you never know. No, I completely agree with that. If it comes down to it and, we think we might have the funds, we're going to pull the trigger on the University of Science. And then, if barring something happens, I mean, hey, look, life happens. We had to put a new roof on our house, a couple weeks ago after a huge snowstorm that we endured over the winter. Like, things happen that are out of our control, and then affects our budget and our bank account. So having the option to cancel is definitely a nice option. I see people like they purposely go into it like, hey, I'm going to cancel this set. Like, I'm buying this, I'm definitely canceling it. It's like, well, then why are you doing it? You're kind of just like wasting resources and people's time. Like, I think there's nothing wrong with canceling if your intent initially was to buy it, build it, and enjoy it. You know what I mean? Thanks for your new style of Lego voice in the community. You give some good stuff and a new perspective. Go Kings, go. Oh, thank you so much, Casino Square. I really appreciate that. I actually have some really, really kind comments that people have left on some of our previous videos that I'm going to be highlighting in a future video here, either later this week or next week. And it really means a lot to hear. Just a quick piggyback off that. Like, I've been watching Lego YouTube for the last near decade. And basically everything we're doing with our channel is just things that I believe and I wanted to see come to fruition. So I've just taken some things that I liked and saw from what other creators were doing, and then just kind of putting my own take on it and injecting like core values. And I don't think that budgeting was really talked about very much. I don't think suppressing FOMO was really ever really talked about. Understanding that it's okay to not get the newest Lego set on day one, like little things like that, I think are really important to discuss, because if people just go into YouTube and they always see the people getting the new sets and everybody just buying whatever they want, like, it sets an unrealistic expectation of what life and collecting Lego should be. So I really appreciate you saying what you said. Terra Vista Sound says, really missed on Series 7, the Alchemist Shop. Not picking any from Series 8, but I'm super excited for Series 9 and 10. And Terra Vista, I mean, that's a perfect comment right there to piggyback on what I was just talking about. Like, that's awesome that you're being selective. Like, there's 1,000 Lego sets. There's 1,000 new Lego sets that are being released every single year between BDP and all the sets directly from Lego, GWPs and little side builds here and there that are offered through free events. I mean, 1,000 Lego sets. Even if you were to say, hey, I'm going to get one new Lego set a month, that's a pretty good year. Like 12 new sets. Think about when most of us were kids. I don't think we were getting a new, or at least, I don't know, most people probably weren't getting a new Lego set every single month. So the fact that we do get to buy Lego now as adults and enjoy this great hobby, I do think being super selective and making sure that you buy exactly what you want and fits your collecting needs is very important. I am not negating any person's concept of buying, but you buy, then cancel, and then it is sold out. You ship it back. Hard to decide which is right. Ethical. Yeah, it's it's a huge thing. And it actually is not more of a problem with BDP. It's more of a problem with like regular sets, where I've seen people, this is typically what I've seen. People will buy a set right before it retires, right? And then they're hoping that it will go back up in value. And there is a window where Lego will still accept your return, even though if a set is retired. I don't know where those sets go because they don't put them back on the website. But back like years past, people, Lego sets used to appreciate like the day they retired. Now they don't do that anymore, which I think is very good. But people would look for that like quick flip. They're just trying to, I bought the set $50. I'm trying to sell it for 80, make 15 after fees. Is that worth it? I don't know. I guess if you do it like 100 times over. But yeah, I think people just kind of, some people, not all people, some people, they buy a set, something happens, they have to return it for financial reasons or whatever. But yeah, it's some weird stuff. I showed you guys my video yesterday, to which the person has still not reached out or commented, which I thought was a real bummer because I offered him $10. But yeah, I get some weird messages, as I'm sure most Lego creators do. The Bricklink team will be fine. Canceling isn't returning, and people who missed it will get lucky to get one. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's good and bad. Scarcity is good for business in a way, but at the same time, like if let's say like all the sets, like let's say like everybody ordered all the sets today, and then it was like BDP Series 8 sold out today, but then 25% of the people canceled their orders before the ship date, right? Or even after the ship date, 25% cumulatively canceled or returned their orders. Then it's a false, it's just a false sense of like it's not actually selling out. You just have people that are buying without the intent to buy. So I won't get charged until November. Yes, you will not get charged until November when these sets ship. What's going on? Seven Deadly Bricks. Great to see you. Great to catch you live. One thing that I noticed was that BDP didn't do a mini build contest for this series. I always participate in that contest because it's a lot of fun. Yeah, maybe they just have a lot going on. Brick World Chicago is 2 weeks away, and I know the Bricklink team travels to Brick World Chicago, and I don't think they're doing. Are they doing the reveal for series? Does that fall? I think it might fall. Yeah, they might be doing the reveal for yeah, that would make sense. It's on a Saturday. Yeah, so the series 11 reveal might be happening at Brick World because the series which one was it? The series 7 reveal? Well, there was one of the reveals was last summer at Brick World Chicago 2025. So yeah, so they're very busy. That was my point. What's going on, Linda? Great to see you. Another fantastic member of the Slapshot Bricks community. Not buying any BDPs today, but thought I would drop in for the fun. We really appreciate you being here, Linda. That's the beauty of these live streams. Whether you're buying something or you're just hanging out, we all get to spend time together. Lego uses Klarna as a payment option, so same thing, installment bricks. That's true. Yeah, you could do that. I'm not a fan of payment plans or anything like that. I think that and this, you may disagree with this, but I think if you have the money, go for it. If you want something, save up for it. If you don't have the money, I don't think you should buy it. I don't think you should risk putting yourself in a tight financial position because of a Lego set. I would love to get the university, but we'll pass on it so I can scoop up the Dustmark Keep and try to stay on budget. I love to hear that, Gambit. I think a lot of people are going to be buying the Dustmark Keep, so you're not alone there. Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah, definitely hit the like button. All right, excuse me. What's going on, Corey? Great to see you. Oh, Rogue Lannister in the house. Look at that. We got half of the Brick Hour podcast. Where's JJ and Gina? We got to get them in here. Especially I had JJ getting a little special shout out in today's video. I want the university, but I feel like I'm buying just because there are no other schools. I like it, but don't love it. I just don't want to miss out if I change my mind in the future. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you don't want to miss out, definitely pre-order it. That's literally, I think, another thing I said in my video word for word today. I am a label maker queen. Yeah, label makers, that changes the game. Oh, also, if you guys are a channel member, which I see quite a few of you guys in here, don't forget you have your free monthly super chat, which highlights how many months you've been a member. So feel free to drop that in the chat. Yeah, label maker for the win. Oh, man, I love the picture of your husky. We have a husky. We love Alex. Big day of Lego buying today. Dustmark University and 2 hot air balloons. Wow, Michael. That's wild. You're the first person I've heard say that they're getting 2 hot air balloons. That's pretty cool. Love the base plate. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate that. How to track Amazon flash sales. Join every single Facebook group that my wife has joined, and you get the alerts. It's tough, though. There's a lot of stuff that she misses out on. Holy smokes. I did not realize. Now I'm 15 minutes behind in the chat. I'm so sorry, guys. What's going on, Retro Ludic? We got Matt Mellish in the house, another fantastic creator here in the Lego community. I wonder if it would be worth it to print out the instructions for BDP sets. I have a BDP backlog and have sadly not built any yet, but am looking forward to building the digital instructions. I did not even think about that. That's a good idea. I might be trying that out myself for a video. I am very behind. I've only reviewed and built one BDP set, so I've got like 50 of them that I need to start cracking open. But that's a really good idea, Matt. Thank you for dropping that in the chat. I love that you and your wife enjoy this hobby together. We do. We enjoy it together, and we also enjoy it separately because we both happen to like the exact opposite themes. I love Star Wars and Marvel and Castle, and she loves architecture and ideas. So it definitely puts a strain on the bank account. But no, it's a big thing that united us, especially when we were dating and engaged, and then now we're married, and we have a daughter who, if she doesn't like Lego, we'll have a daughter up for grabs. But no, I'm just kidding. Lego is definitely a very important part of our family. Amazon Prime should send you a ton of emails. Yeah, there's There's a bunch of different apps too. What's going on, K.Crazy? Great to see you. Welcome on in. How do we know how fast they're selling, or do we just get surprised when they sell out? So there is a way we can reverse engineer to see how many units of each set have sold. In the like in previous years, they used to have a status bar, and I wish I had a channel back then because I would gladly just sit here. We did it, I think, with Series 5. They still had the status bar, and then for Series 6, back in November of last year, right? Was it November last year when they went up? We had the status bar for an hour, and we were all just sitting there, and basically we watched the status bar go for up until it got funded, and then they took away the status bar, and then we didn't get the status bar again for Series 7, and I don't think we'll get the status bar again for Series 8. A lot of people were complaining about it because it encourages FOMO. It was stressing people out, but I think it was actually good because let's say you look on the website and you think that you have time, and then all of a sudden they mark one of them as sold out. So I actually think they should bring the status bar back so that people can keep checking the website and gauge, okay, there's still 5,000 units left or 3,000 units left. The more information, the better, even though it technically does encourage FOMO where people go, there's only 1,000 units left, I'm going to have to order one. I think it's better than people just going on the website who are on the fence and then being like, you know what, I'm going to get the Brick Railroad locomotive, and then boom, it's sold out, and then they don't have the option. What's going on? Mary says, watching on mute because I forgot my headphones at home, but wanted to send my support. I'll catch the replay. I can't put in my Bricklink order until my new card arrives. Well, Mary, it is great to see you here, and hopefully your card arrives soon. We need a Dreams BDP idea for Cameron Studios. We do. Absolutely. We got to get him all the dream sets. I plan on getting the Keep and Coconut Cape. Do you think I should double up on one of them, seeing as it'll probably be very good? I think I answered that earlier. Nature Brick says, hoping to grab the hot air balloon, but I just learned about the digital instructions, thinking about trying to print out the instructions and avoid more screens. Yeah, definitely exactly what Matt just said a few minutes ago. A fantastic idea. I don't get paid until the 19th, which is why I asked. If they charge the card now, I can't order it. Yeah, they do put a temporary hold on the card, Dave. Yeah, it's tough. Brick by Brick says, join Rakuten. Yeah, if you guys do join Rakuten, I'm not saying it's guaranteed because I've had numerous people reach out to me and say, hey, Rakuten didn't work on my BDP order. And then I've had numerous people reach out and say, hey, BDP or, Rakuten did work on my BDP order. But yeah, our link is in the description below. It's the only company that we promote just because it's a service that I've been using for the last decade. And I've got really nothing bad to say about Rakuten. It's literally free money. So make sure if you do already have Rakuten, before you make your order here in 10 minutes, to have that browser extension activated, because you never know. In November, you could get some nice Rakuten bonus money. Yeah, the Space Cafe is good. I saved up for the Series 10 Firehouse in the Kiosk. Absolute stellar lineup. Yeah, it's a good one. Speaking of Brick Hucker, did you see his design for Fort Huck? Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's so good. Yeah, it didn't get picked, but I think it's too good not to get picked for a future series. Hopefully there will still be sets available when my card comes. Yeah, I hope so too. Absolutely, Mary. I'm crossing my fingers for you. Quick note, when using PayPal, the PayPal may go through now as a temporary hold. When it's time for the charge, a new payment will be required. PayPal doesn't work well with pre-orders. Yeah, PayPal is tough. That's why credit card, unfortunately, is usually the best way to go. Plus, depending on what credit card you have, you could get some bonus points. All right. I've never used my Lego points. I suppose I am at 13,000 points. Hopefully, good savings on the horizon. Yeah, it sounds like it. Absolutely. Sorry, guys. My throat is a little dry. Still waking up. I am not a morning person. The university makes me want to get into modulars. Yeah, it's really nice. The designer King Creations. I actually saw he commented on my video this morning, and he's very very talented designer. Just incredible work that he was able to do with this. It's a beautiful set. So I'm hoping in a few days it's still around, so maybe we can grab it. We got the Brick Hour podcast coming in. Thank you again for joining us. It was such a blast. Love talking BDP with you. I loved it as well, guys. If you guys are not subscribed, Brick Hour podcast, great group of 4 people over there that put out content every single week that I think is just stellar and definitely deserves a lot more views. If you guys aren't subscribed, they're almost at 1,000 subscribers, and I would love to see them hit that 1,000 mark very soon. Investing in personal joy, love that. Yeah, that's just how I see Lego. You know, you're buying something so later on you can crack it open, maybe on a rainy day or just whenever you feel like it, and boom, instant happiness. Next series sets looks better in my opinion, at least in my opinion. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Everybody's got their opinion. What's going on, Jeff? Great to see you. Oh, not for investing, to make a bigger set. I like that. Very nice. I still want University of Science, Dustmark Keep, still thinking of Coconut Cape and Hot Air Balloon. I want to save up for Series 9 and 10. Yeah, Series 9 and 10 are both very strong series. I mean, this one is very good, but 9 and 10, they're looming, you know? Sorry if someone already asked, no loophole for Rakuten. I don't even think you need to do the elf. Like, I don't even think you need to do the workaround. I can't believe it. I told Joanna, because when the Series 6 sets shipped, all of a sudden we had $90 added to our Rakuten account, and I matched up the orders, and I'm like, they gave us full Rakuten for all of our BDP orders, and I ordered one city set with my Outlaw Forest Den, and then with what was the other set I ordered? I think it was the Gold Mine Expedition. That one I didn't order it with anything, and I just got full Rakuten on that. So I think it's hit or miss, though. I think some orders get through, some may not. That's why I said exactly what I said in my video today. Just, you know, activate it. You never know. I don't think it's a guarantee, but at the end of the day, if you get the free cash back, you get the free cash back, you know? Parting out sets just because the parts are all available now doesn't mean they will be readily available in the future. That is very true, Jeffrey. Absolutely. Great point there. But here's the thing. I think most of the parts of these sets are not parts that Lego is going to phase out anytime soon. Like, that's why they do the no specialized parts thing. Sure, they could phase out, you know, I know the squirrel piece in the University of Science was like a highlighted, you know, little area of nice part usage, right? Could they phase that out in the dark brown and they only make squirrels now in nougat, or they come up with like a new color? Yeah, absolutely. But, you know, I don't think it's going to be like, oh, you know, Dustmark Keep is mainly, you know, a light bluish gray color scheme with some dark tan. I think those two colors and most of those pieces are going to be around for a very long time. Looking at dropping a new video and going live. Man's on fire today. Yeah, I what's going on, Austin? This was a big week. I told you guys, don't get used to the daily videos. This was just a random batch of multiple videos in a row, but I really appreciate the support. We're pushing hard. I also dropped, you know, a couple extra videos because we got some big stuff that we want to get for the studio and for our collection too. So, you know, the better, it's kind of like a win-win, right? Like, the channel's doing well, throw up a couple extra videos. You know, you guys are just amazing with the support. You're enjoying the content. You're bringing up different stuff, like the Q&A video. I wasn't planning on doing the Q&A video yesterday, but then there was just an overload of questions last week where I was like, all right, I can put the Q&A video together. But it's all because of my wife. My wife, Joanna, she's amazing. She's the behind the scenes here for the channel. You guys saw her in the Bricklink designer program video that we did last month, where we went through and we voted on all the Series 11 sets. But it's because of her that we're able to tag team, make sure that our daughter Sophia gets everything that she needs. And then, you know, we figure out the video schedule and when I can film and when I can build stuff. So it's a team effort, all around team effort. Any idea when we get charged for Series 8? We would get charged in November. The roof, I know. The roof. What's going on, Ryong? Great to see you. Clutch Fire Bricks in the house. If my plan is to just build a double up Dustmark Keep, do you think it's better to part it out or just buy two sets? Can this be parted out now for a good price? So actually, it's funny you bring that up, Clutch Fire, because I saw the picture that Brick Hucker posted of the doubled up Dustmark Keep, and I was like, man, now I want to buy two of those and do that. But I think it would be much cheaper to get the parts necessary. Now, the only problem is going to be if Brick Hucker or if somebody releases the instructions and a parts list, so that way you can upload the parts list to Rebrickable, subtract the one copy of the Dustmark Keep that you have in your collection, and then that way you can take that wanted list and put it into Bricklink and then see how much the remaining pieces are going to cost. And then you could also reduce the remaining pieces if you have any pieces in your inventory, that kind of thing. So I don't know if there's going to be official instructions. I don't know if Brick Hucker is in here. I know some other designers said that they were coming over to the live stream this morning, but yeah, it's all going to depend on that. Or if maybe another designer, I mean, there's so many other good fan designers here in the community. So somebody else may come up with some alternate builds or some different designs for the Dustmark Keep on their own and produce instructions for that. So we'll see. What's going on, Diclusion Games? Great to see you. We got Moon Shoes in the house. Great to see you, man. Moon Shoes is the first person, by the way, who usually comments first comment on every single one of our videos. It is crazy. He's got like super notifications on for our channel, and I absolutely love it. What's going on, Nerdy Panda 1701, who says, morning all, just here to observe the fun as I got Minas Tirith last week, so I'm kind of going to have to pass on this series. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Minas Tirith was not cheap whatsoever. So yeah, I think you're making a very wise decision to sit this one out. Is it possible to use Rakuten or activate Junkie cash back with BDP products? It is. Yeah, we literally just talked about that a couple minutes ago. So hopefully you were here for that. Links are working now. Awesome. So guys, the links are in the description of the live stream for all 5 sets. We're about a minute out. So mods, if you want to start dropping them in the chat, feel free to do so if you guys want to use the quick buy links, or you can just go to Bricklink like I'm going to be doing here. And crowdfunding starts in 1 minute. Very exciting times. So we got almost 400 people in here. You guys are amazing. If you guys haven't done so here, if you got a quick second before the sets go live, feel free to hit that like button for us. Off topic, it looks like Grand did not sell out. Yeah, I don't think Grand sold out. I think they made just pallets and pallets of Grand, which is good, you know, to give all the Lord of the Rings fans exactly what they wanted. So definitely going to get my hands on Dustmark Keep and Coconut Cape. Thank you for the great stream and channel. Greetings from Germany. Man, a lot of Germans have found our channel in the last week or so. That's amazing. Flow Key, I really appreciate you saying that. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah, I'm about 15 minutes here in the chat. Sorry about that, guys. A lot of comments. You know, I try to read all the comments and everything. I would love to see behind the scenes as to how LEGO produces these sets and maintains the production of the 1,000 regular sets. So many on back order, so this run will put them further behind. Yeah, that's a good question. I would imagine that BDP Series 7 sets have to be just about completed. Oh, man, there's a super chat here. Espezo, thank you so much. Bricklink seems like otherworldly as a foreigner living in Paris. Does it work for Europe people too? Do they ship here? Loving your channel. Thank you so much for the €5. If Bricklink works in your country, then yes, then you should be able to have access to these sets. I know there's some countries, unfortunately, now who don't have Bricklink, but if you have access to Bricklink, then you have access to these sets. What's going on, Tyler? Which set do you think will stay the longest? I think the Brick Railroad Locomotive will be around the longest. Oh, man, there's a lot of comments here that I'm scrolling through. So many good people in here. I want to get my orders in. So yeah, Brick and Grandpa says it's live. I saw Chris Bricks in the house. What's going on, Chris? If you guys are not subscribed to him, definitely go check him out. I'm going to highlight his comment here in a minute. I need to get my orders in right now because I'm excited. Let's do it. I got logged into my Insiders account. Here we go. Boom. In the queue. Very nice. Been placed in the Lego queue, likely with thousands of people right now, all trying to do the same thing that we're doing. So if you guys are able to order, the Lego website already crashed. Yeah, we were due for that. We were definitely due for that, unfortunately. So not surprised there whatsoever. We had a huge problem. I think it was with Series 6, right? We were here for like an hour and a half waiting for the sets to go through. Hopefully that is not the case today. Always crashes if you don't use the links to buy early. That's true. Yeah, absolutely. Let me do that. I'm gonna try a different link. I clicked on the Dustmark link, but now I'm gonna use a different link. Yeah, the link put me in the queue as well. Oh, let me activate my cash back. Heck yeah. You never know. Got to get my Dustmark here. Okay, so it said, oh no, this is from, I thought my set was in the cart, because even though it said I was in the queue, it said you have sets in the cart. But those were old sets from a different video I was doing. Order done for Coconut Cape. There you go. Very nice. Oh, Digital Kyle got the Dustmark and Coconut Cape. It went surprisingly smooth on the East Coast. Very nice. Yeah, so here's the other thing too. That's another great point. You might not get an order confirmation right away because they've got so many people trying to order the set right now, or trying to flood Lego's website. You just gotta give it a minute. But if they charge your card, you're getting the set. So don't freak out there. I thought it's not supposed to charge us until it ships. It puts a temporary hold on the card. So you're technically not being charged because the temporary hold will fall off in about a day or so, depending on your bank. Could be up to a week. Dustmark Keep ×2 secured. There you go. Leet Sanders, do you think the sets will be available in a couple hours' time? Left my wallet at home. They should be available. Yeah, I don't think we'll see anything sell out in a few hours. I think you have time. Links are not working for me. The links put me in the queue, unfortunately. Dustmark order. There you go. Who else? Hostilic Hallie says purchase the University of Science and hot air balloon. Very nice. Yeah, I'm still in the queue. Yeah, it's because there's just so many people on the website right now. I'm still in the queue. Oh, I might be getting through. Hang on. Oh no, it just refreshed. Yeah, I'm still in the queue, unfortunately. Hot air balloon is mine. There you go, Michelle. All ordered on the University. Yeah, the links aren't working yet just because there's so many people. I'm stuck in the queue. Just living that queue life. Actually, here while we're waiting. Oh, I see a lot of people getting their orders here. Got the hot air balloon. Super stoked for this one. Order place going to be a good Christmas. There you go, Michael. I get nothing. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Here, let me highlight the comment here from Chris before it goes too far away. Where was it? Here we go. Chris says, hey, man, glad to finally catch a live stream. I'm picking up at least one locomotive and potentially the University of Science as well. It's going to be a game time decision. Yeah, I completely understand you on that. The University is not a cheap set. So, but by the way, if you guys are not subscribed to Chris Bricks, go check him out. Beautiful city, amazing dude, and stellar channel. So definitely worth your time. Do you anticipate Series 6 having a second chance release? I do. Yeah, it should be at some point this summer. Not sure if the second chance drop is going to have all of the sets, though. This was honestly the easiest BDP order you've ever made. Well, I'm happy for you. I don't share that sentiment right now because I'm still stuck in the queue. Trying to get my Dustmark Keep here. Maybe I'll try to get a different set. Yeah, still put me in the queue. Oh, well. Yeah, shout out to Chris Bricks. Can you purchase through the Insider app? I believe you can, actually. Yeah, the links aren't working, unfortunately. I keep getting put in the queue. Dustmark purchase after Lego messing up the last 2 orders. I hope this goes okay. What Lego messed up your last 2 orders? Got Dustmark University. No problems with the site. Now to decide on the hot air balloon. Yeah, the links will put you right in the queue. So unfortunately, there's just no way to get around it. There's just so many people. I am in the queue as well. Yeah, I think a lot of us are in the queue. Oh, I think I just finally got through. Oh, it says I have nothing. Oh, okay. I got it in my bag. All right, there we go. Here we go. Dustmark Keep. Let's do it. Make sure it comes to the right place. Yeah, $372 after tax. That's a lot. Beautiful set, though. All right, got our Dustmark Keep. Should be good. Nice. Processing the order. Very nice. Oh, you never saw a queue. Yeah, some people don't. Some people will just bypass the queue altogether. Oh, you got Coconut Cape. Very nice. I left someone else go in. There you go. I don't know if it works exactly like that, but that's kind of funny. University of Science, Dustmark Keep, hot air balloon, 2 brick railroad locomotives ordered. Wow. All right. Did you get the whole series? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you didn't get Coconut Cape, but wow, you got 5 sets though. That's amazing. I have my laptop open and logged in on both Bricklink and Lego for the last half hour. No queue for me and a smooth purchase process. Maybe that's why. That's true. Yeah. I was never in queue and bought them both already. Oh, there you go. Yeah, some people just don't have to deal with the queue. You have been selected by the Lego gods. My 4 out of 5 is ordered. Can't wait. Oh, there you go, Corbin Bailey. That's awesome. Seems like a lot of people are getting their orders in, which is great. I got a message saying we are still processing your order with an order number. The last time I received this message, they never showed my order when I called about it 2 days later. So, Michelle, what I would do is I would take a screenshot or take a picture if you've had this as a problem in the past. Just take a picture of it. So that way, if like in a day or two, you have to call Lego customer service, you can be like, hey, no, I have a picture, and you can email them the picture of your order to prove it. Is everything already sold out? No, everything's not sold out. It just went live. I'm actually going to go back in and order the hot air balloon. Yeah, they don't have a status bar, unfortunately. Here, I'll refresh so you guys can see what it looks like. So you can either use one of our links down below, and then it will automatically add the set to your cart on Lego's website after you're put into the queue, or you can go to Bricklink's website right here, click on Series 8, and then you just select whatever set you want to buy, and it just says pre-order on lego.com. It's going to kick you over there, and then you finish the checkout process on the Lego website. Just make sure you're logged in, because you can't pass up these insider points. I missed the status bar. It was fun seeing how fast the sets were selling. I do too. I missed them as well. Got my 2 Desmar Keeps, Coconut Cape, and Air Balloon. Or you got 2 Desmar Keeps, I'm guessing. Not 2 of each. Grievous 444. That's awesome. Yeah, people. Okay, thank you. Yeah, people might be confusing this with a second chance drop. This is not a second chance drop. This is just a regular pre-order. You've got 9 days. You can see the countdown clock. Yeah, there's not as much of a sense of urgency as there is with the second chance drop. A second chance drop, the sets sell out in under a minute. If you don't get there, like if you're not logged in like an hour before and have the backdoor links and are able to get into the website immediately, then you're probably not going to get one of the sets. That is not what is happening today. Today is just a regular pre-order. Theoretically, these sets will be available for the next 9 days and 3 hours. I don't think all 5 of them will, but I think most of them will. It would be a very surprising feat if all of these are marked sold out at the end, or before the end of the 9 days. So would be cool if they put a running sales counter on each page. They used to, got lucky. They literally used to have a status bar that said like 0 to 30,000. And it would be like, the 3,000 mark was when it was pre-ordered. You get like a little check mark. And then you could just literally watch the status bar. I remember when the Forest Stronghold went up in Series 3 or Series 4, whenever that was. That one sold out in like 2 hours, and the bar was going so fast. Like you could just literally there was that many people. Same with the Siege Encampment from Series 4, but you could just literally there was so many orders coming through because people wanted those 2 sets so bad. I appreciate the shout out. I placed my orders going straight to Bricklink. I didn't have to wait in a queue. I placed separate orders for each set in the event I decide to cancel one of them. There you go. That's the way to do it. Chris, what's going on? Been a while, but glad to catch you live. We are so glad that you're here. Yoho, love your name. Picked up all 5. I used the regular links on Bricklink and got right through. There you go. Yes, sadly canceled the last 2 in-stock BDPs. I know the pre-order is more stable process, but would hate to miss out on Dustmark, possibly the GOAT Castle set of all time to date. Oh, yeah. So if you're talking about so that happened to a lot of people. Here, let me explain. So yeah, this is a regular drop. For second chance drops, there's a very high probability that your order will get canceled. So even if you are at the second chance drop, immediately you order the set, you get the order for confirmation number and everything. It may even charge your card. They could still cancel your order just because there's so many people going after like a handful of sets. So if you're talking about that, that's not going to happen this time. This is literally a pre-order. Your order is not going to get canceled as long as it goes through and all your payment information is correct and everything. So I love the want to play a game on the waiting site. Yes, the game is gets me. Yes, the game is get me to the order screen game. Yeah, that's true. Anyone else think the coconut cape would look great with the black pearl? I do. I think it would be awesome with the black pearl. Dustmark ordered. Very nice. FYI, can we see the percentage ordered like last time in the page source? Dustmark is already funded, and all others are about halfway to funded. Yeah, we can. We can do the reverse engineer of figuring out how many sets have been sold. Yeah, I will probably do it at some point later today and see where we're at. Yeah, so the links are either going to put you in the queue or it seems like they're not working for some people. So just go to Bricklink. I keep getting an empty cart. Yeah, just go to Bricklink. Loving your streams. I appreciate the positivity and reminders to not FOMO and collect responsibly. Well, Clutch Fire Bricks. Thank you so much. I love your logo, by the way, with the brick on fire. Like, that is so cool. And I really appreciate the super generous super chat. That's amazing. Is the balloon and dusk sold out? No, everything is still available. You can still order everything. I actually have to finish my order right here for the hot air balloon, which I'm going to do right now. I was just giving it a minute so other people can make their orders, so there was less traffic. But I got my order for Dustmark Keep in, and now we're going to order, we're going to order one hot air balloon, not two. Sometimes you got to be careful. It automatically puts in 2 or possibly more units of a set in your cart. So just be mindful of that. Continue to payments. Yeah, thank you, babe. I appreciate you clearing that up. Joanna's let me know. She's watching the chat. She said a lot of people still appear to be confused with the difference between a second chance drop and a regular BDP release. So yeah, this is a brand new series. When we do have a second chance drop, the next one will be likely for Series 6 because we haven't had a second chance release for that one yet. So that had the Off-Road Adventure by King Creations, who has the beautiful set in this series as well for the University of Science. So another overlapping or repeat designer. Then we got Art Factory, Goldmine Expedition, Sequoia Tree Trail, and Outlaw Forest Den. And with the amount of copies that Outlaw Forest Den sold, I have a feeling that if it does appear in the second chance drop, it's going to be a very quick sellout. This was by far the most smoothest BDP purchase I've ever experienced. 2 copies ordered for each of the Dustmark Keep, Coconut Cape, and University of Science. No queues either. I'm on the East Coast. Oh, very nice. Sounds like you had a great buying experience. Coconut Cape secured. What's going on, Drew? Great to see you watching from work. I love that. Always great to see you, man. I hope all is well. Yeah, you've got 9 days left. Here's the thing, though. If you're on the fence, and that's why I'm thinking maybe, what's today? Tuesday? I'm thinking maybe Thursday. I'll do an update video just to let you guys know the percentages, where the sets are in terms of being sold out. Last series, for Series 7, they sold 100,000 units between the 5 sets in the first 24 hours. So, the first 24 hours are by far going to be the busiest. By the end of the week, we should have a pretty good idea of where this series is headed. So I'll do my best to keep you guys updated on the numbers and everything. But if you're on the fence, you got to do what's best for your collection. Stay within the budget. If you don't have the budget, you don't have the budget. And there's other series that you can buy from. Yeah, the reason that most of you guys are having a much smoother process is because you have days to order, and this is a pre-order. This isn't a second chance drop where there's only like a handful in stock. So with the second chance drop is, they only have a handful of like canceled orders. So for Series 6 that I was just talking about, they might only throw up like 100 Outlaw Forest Dens, and those are going to sell out really quick. For these sets, just to give you guys like a quick rundown, they can make up to 50,000 copies of each one of these sets. Now, from somebody in the chat, somebody said Dustmark Keep is already funded. Not surprised there. And then the other ones were about halfway to being funded. So they need a minimum of 3,000 orders to get funded. Most of these are going to sell anywhere from 20 to 30,000. Your outstanding sellers are going to be 40-ish thousand and above. So the way Bricklink does it now is they have a sliding allocation scale for production. So it's 150,000 units overall, and about 30,000 each, but then they can adjust the 30,000 up to 40,000 or 50,000, depending on popularity of one of the sets, which I would imagine Dustmark Keep is probably going to be bumped up to 40,000 by the end of the day. Funny, they sent me to the US store. I was bumped back to the line, but at least it was faster this time. Hey, whatever gets you through, right? Use the direct link, keep getting the Obrix screen. Yeah, I guess the direct links weren't working today for some reason. Dust says it's funded, sort of status bar. Oh, yeah. Did they update that? Let me see. Oh, sometimes there's like a check mark. I don't see it yet, but it's probably coming. If you see it on your end, it's probably coming. My screen just needs to refresh. Does anyone know if the workaround to check the sets sold still works? It does. It should still work. Dustmark says funded. There we go. Got your first ever BDP set. That's amazing, Jeff. Congratulations. I think you got to open the set. Oh, that's right. They don't put it on the thumbnail. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Joanna. Yep. Okay. So Dustmark Keep is funded. Very nice. So we know that they've made at least 3,000. So, okay. So put into perspective, we've only been live, or the sets have only been live for 15 minutes, and they've already sold 3,000 copies. Like, that's pretty strong demand. So going on that pace, are they going to continue to sell 3,000 copies every 15 minutes? Probably not. They could, but probably not. Like, I would imagine the first 15 minutes is their strongest. It's like a exponential graph, and then it drops off. It's not like they're going to a linear graph where they're going to keep selling that many that quickly. But yeah, if it'll definitely hit. I'm thinking it'll hit like 20 or 25,000 units easy sold today. Joanna's killing it. She's holding the baby and she's modding the stream. Absolutely amazing. Had nothing but air sandwiches and milkshakes or milkless cereal to keep me fed the last month to afford this series. I hear you on that. Lego's expensive. That's why we got to do everything possible to save money. We've had one second chance, yes, but what about second chance? No, they don't do a second chance. It's the set goes up for pre-order. You have the window, like for Series 8, like we're doing here, and then any leftovers, they'll do 1 second chance drop, and then if they have any others floating around the warehouses, from what I understand, they'll actually ship them to bigger Lego stores. So you could walk into a Lego store theoretically and just see a Bricklink designer program sitting on a shelf, either in like the damaged set box section, because that's the most common reason why people return their BDP sets, because the boxes are damaged and they don't want a damaged box. And which I get, like if your box comes destroyed, like, I mean, we build our sets, so it's not like that big of a deal. But like if you buy a product, you expect it to come in new mint condition. So that's why most sets get returned. But I'm about 5 minutes in the chat, or 5 minutes behind in the chat, if you guys are wondering. Got the Dustmark. Going to be my first medieval build aside from Lord of the Rings. Love me some villains, so had to try this one. Yeah, this set is amazing. Anyone know if I do PayPal Pay in 4, whether the payments start today or in November? Oh, that's a good question. I actually don't know the answer to that, Clark. We usually don't do the payment plans or anything, but that's a really good question. I'll look into that. Bought Dustmark Keep and Coconut Cape. Fingers crossed. Yeah, no, you'll get it. You will definitely get it. Really hoping for a Series 6 second chance drop. That off-road adventure set is right up my alley. Yeah, it's probably going to happen. I don't know if that set will be available, but we're probably going to get a second chance drop for each series. Okay, so then we actually have an answer for you, Clark. So the payments will start in November, because that's when the set will ship. Joanna just looked it up, so you're good there. Dustmark is already funded. Yeah, fastest funded for Dustmark Keep. No, we've seen sets. I mean, I think Mountain Fortress got funded in 2 minutes. There's been some quick ones. I mean, this is still like 10-15 minutes is still very fast, but we have seen, to my knowledge, I mean, I remember Mountain Fortress. I remember telling Joanna, I was like, I have to get Mountain Fortress like right now. Like, look at all the people that are buying it, because she was like, why are we buying these giant castles? And I'm like, because it's cool. Like, look at this. But yeah, Mountain Fortress was ridiculously fast. Boom, boom. Happy birthday to me. Oh my gosh, Brick by Brick. You got your birthday coming up on June 11th, 77 years young. That's amazing. That's a cool age, 77. Happy birthday. Can we get some happy birthdays in the chat for Brick by Brick 75? That is absolutely amazing. Got Coconut Cape. Love the colors on this one. There you go, Lake people. Love that. Got 2 trains and Dustmark. Igor says, I wasn't planning to buy Dustmark Keep initially, but after I saw the updates to it, it became a must buy. Order Dustmark and Coconut. Very nice. I got to Lego. They never show up after being rerouted to Lego. I get to Lego and they never show up after being. Yeah, just keep trying. If you're having a tough time with the queue, just keep trying. Have been hanging out in the Lego queue. Yeah, some people still are. That queue can be a tough process to get out of sometimes. I firmly believe Dustmark won't last the day. The quality of the build and the amazing stop motion vids by Brick Awesome Movies. Yeah, shout out to Brick and Awesome Movies. I'm so sorry, guys. My throat is killing me. Not used to talking this much early in the morning, but the promotional media that they put together for the Dustmark Keep was truly amazing. Like such good top tier animation. Absolutely amazing. Dustmark Keep is already funded. Yeah. Do you think there will be a Series 6 last chance opportunity? There will at some point. I'm guessing late summer. So maybe end of July, early August, somewhere around there. Dustmark is the first to pass 3K. Very nice. Is there any other sets that have been funded? My best guess is that. Oh, there we go. University of Science is funded as well. Very nice. We also have Hot Air Balloon funded. Okay, so we got 3 out of the 5 that are funded. And then Coconut Cape also funded. And Brick Railroad Locomotive all funded. Look at that. All 5. No Hassle got in right when pre-orders went live. Got the University and Hot Air Balloon. Very nice. Dark Acid. Going to grab an extra hot air balloon to mock up my Lego Up House. Now that's a really cool idea. The balloon shape made me vote for it, so I can give that upset the true film love it deserves. I love that. That's really creative. I'd love to see that too whenever you get around to being able to do that. Do I have to look up the product on the Lego site? It doesn't show up after being sent there. So just go to the Bricklink website. For whatever reason, the links I got were not working today. So just go right to bricklink.com. We can throw the link for that in the chat. So yeah, just do what Elf did. Just go to the Bricklink site. Got 2 trains in Dusty Roads Castle. There you go. It won't let me order in Canada. Bricklink shows me the Canadian price. When it goes to the Lego site, it shows me the American price and won't let me change country to Canada. Maybe try logging into your Lego Canadian Insiders account and then go to Bricklink and try to do it that way. So then that way the Bricklink automatically kicks you to Lego Canada and not Lego US. Dustmark is funded. I love it. Keep getting the empty cart even directly from Bricklink. All right, just keep refreshing. There is a lot of traffic. Unfortunately, the Lego and Bricklink websites are not designed to handle this much traffic, especially for technically an item that's limited. So that's the problem. John, can you put the Bricklink page? Yeah, I will pin it. Yep, that's a good idea. Series 8, copy, and here we go. Paste. And yeah, I'm going to make it the pinned comment for you guys. Just so there's no problem there. Oh my gosh, somebody gifted some memberships. Holy smokes. I missed out on, I'm this far behind in the chat. Oh my gosh, you guys are blowing this up. You do get insiders points. Yes, you do get insiders points for the Bricklink Designer Program pre-orders. I appreciate all 500 of you guys being in here. This is amazing. Here we go. Pin. Replace pin message. Yep. Okay. So now the Bricklink site page for Series 8 is pinned. So, all right, let me go back up because I missed a bunch of stuff, including some extreme generosity, it seems like. How am I this far behind? Man, you guys are blowing up the chat. Brick by Brick. Thank you so much for doing that. Gifting 5 Slapshot Bricks channel memberships. That is truly incredible. You didn't have to do that, especially on your birthday here in a couple days, but I really appreciate that. That is super generous of you. I want a Series 6 restock. Yeah, it's probably going to happen. Still had to queue despite being signed into my account already, but I've already ordered my Coconut Cape, which I think will look good next to my old school Armada flagship, plus the hot air balloon. Very nice, Marty McFly. That's amazing. Had to grab a water because the coffee. I think the coffee was not working, but coffee is usually my friend. Coconut Cape is funded. Yeah, it looks like all 5 are funded. Greetings from Europe, Czechia. There you go. Hoping everything on the other side of the Atlantic goes as well as here. Well, it's great to have you in the chat. Thank you so much for the update all the way across the world. That is incredible. Coconut Cape is now showing as funded as well. Yeah, all 5 are funded, which is amazing. Did you decide to buy Coconut Cape? We did not, unfortunately. We only bought 2. Depending on how the next few days go, we'll see. We picked up Dustmark Keep and we got the hot air balloon. As of right now, we're passing on the rest. I would love Coconut Cape and I would love the University of Science. If you guys weren't here in the beginning, we decided to pass on University of Science, at least for right now, because Joanna really wants the Sagrada Familia set in November. And we just found out that set, unfortunately, is going to be $800, not $600. So that $200 increase was part of our budget for Coconut Cape and University of Science, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how the next week goes. If I have some videos take off like some of them have over the past couple weeks, you know, maybe we'll squeak in a late order before the series ends, but we'll see. A noob question, checking past series. Do they have a used market for old BDP? I love the Parisian Street. Any suggestions? I want to focus on Paris sets. The reason of the balloon. Well, yes and no. I mean, you can go on Bricklink and buy these sets. Bricklink, like the BDP program themselves, doesn't have they don't have like their own marketplace specifically for BDP sets, but you can buy them directly from Bricklink. You can buy them from Whatnot, eBay, Macari, secondhand stores. Like they're carried by regular Lego places on the aftermarket and marked with their specific set numbers. It'll be 9100, X, whatever the sets are. And yeah, also to answer everybody else's questions, I see a lot of people saying that we should have got University of Science. I think we might try to duke it out in the second chance drop when that comes around. But Joanna really wants Sagrada Familia, and it's an $800 set. And we're trying to do something that we don't normally do. We want to buy it on November 1st. And to buy an $800 Lego set on the first day it's available is going to require we've already started budgeting. But it requires like a year of saving money. So Bricklink still won't add to my Lego cart. Just keep trying. Are we going to get the Lego Pokemon set? Well, there's quite a few coming. I know my sister-in-law, Isabel, she loves Pokemon, so I'm sure we'll be getting 1 or 2 of them. I bought her Eevee. Can't wait for Series 10 Firehouse. Yeah, that one looks so good. University of Science is now funded. I love that. I'm about 10 minutes behind in the chat, so I'm going to try to catch up here. Dustmark is 16% sold out. Very nice. You have to click view retails. Thank you. Brick Railroad Locomotive is now funded. All funded except Hot Air Balloon as of 11/17. Everything is funded except Hot Air Balloon. All right. Appreciate you guys saying that. Everything is funded with the balloon. Everything but the Hot Air Balloon. Oh, I like that. The HAB. Nice little abbreviation there. Your prediction will probably be wrong. Well, we'll see. I think a lot of people are going to show up. Great to see you, David. David's always keeping me honest. I like a lot of his takes on our videos, and I welcome it. Like if you guys disagree with me on something or anything Lego related, that's what dialogue and content and having these conversations is all about. But we'll see. I hope you guys after the live stream, you got to do 2 things. You got to go to my video that I posted this morning, and you got to post how many units overall out of 150,000 do you think Series 8 will sell? You can even go down to the number. You could say 138,521. And you also have to say which of the 5 sets do you think are going to sell out? Because I'm thinking what could be really fun is after the Bricklink pre-order window is over and we find out the numbers, I want to go through all the comments and I want to see who is closest. And maybe we'll do that on a live stream. Maybe we'll get the number, we'll sit down and we'll go through all the comments. And I'm thinking maybe we'll give a small prize to the person who comes the closest. Maybe we'll do maybe we'll do 2. We'll do 2 little giveaways. Person who guesses the closest number, and then the person who guesses correctly for which sets sell out. But it's time stamped. So if your comment is after the pre-order window has ended, that's technically cheating. See, that's why you got to get your comment and your guesses in now. Because thankfully, with YouTube, we have the exact times we can see when people left the comments. Enjoy the set. You look a bit young to pick up all the little pieces. Only one not funded is the Hab. See, but the Hab, though, I think a lot of people, like, they'll buy that set, like, last minute. Because they're like, it's $80. Throw it on. Why not? Bricklink is just too confusing to me. Can't get into it. I completely understand that. A lot of people have said that. They're like, this program is weird. I don't understand what's going on. And at first, like, when I got into it, I really wanted the first, like, series that caught our attention was Series 1. And I was, like, very intrigued. But I remember buying whatever it was that we bought from Series 1. Like the old fishing boat or whatever it was. And I was still confused. I was like, I'm not sure if I'm going to get the set or what's going to happen. We actually had a really big problem with Series, I think it was Series 3, because we had just moved from New Jersey to Massachusetts, and I had to frantically call Lego support because I was like, hey, I'm military. Like, I need you. Like, you cannot send these sets. It was one of our family members' houses, and they ended up sending the sets there anyway. So I remember calling up my sister-in-law, and I was like, is there a giant mountain fortress castle in your foyer right now? And she was like, yeah, it's a big box here from Lego. And I'm like, okay, cool. But we had some issues with, like, moving and stuff. So you got to keep track of your sets. That's the bottom line. Because with this 6 months delay of the pre-order to shipping, it can definitely cause some hiccups. So I did pre-order the Hab first and then the Coconut Cape. Oh my gosh, look at Evelyn getting in on this. I don't like to do this, but the hot air balloon is for sure, and Coconut Cape a possibility. Look at you, Evelyn. And you got a set from Series 6 as well, so you're killing it. I thought they didn't charge until shipped. It just popped onto my credit card. Is that a check? So that's a temporary hold. I know a lot of people are confused about that. So I should have mentioned that in my video this morning, so my apologies there. When you order the set, there's a temporary hold that's put on your card or your method of payment, PayPal, whatever you use, etc. It will fall off in the next day or two. At most, I've seen it linger for like a week. I have a question. You got to get the Lego Pokemon sets. I'm not sure if your volume is on, Cody. All says funded except for the balloon. Yeah, I see that. Surprised the air balloon has not been funded yet as the cheapest set. It's also really amazing looking. I was expecting this being at least the third one to be funded. I think sometimes people get the big ones out of the way. What's my ranking for these sets? Okay, ranking, Dustmark Keep, University of Science. Ooh, number 3 is tough. I'm going to say number 3, Hot Air Balloon, number 4, Coconut Cape, and number 5, Brick Railroad Locomotive. That's my ranking there. Could be much different than some other people's, and that's completely okay. If the trend continues the first 30, 45 minutes, we should get the initial wave. And the first 3 days are pretty linear until the last 2 to 3 days. Yeah, I think true. You also have to factor in that as we continue along here, like every Bricklink Designer Program series cannot be treated the same, because look at our channel, for instance, and we're not the only channel. Like, there's a lot of other channels out there who are posting Bricklink Designer Program content, not just on YouTube, on TikTok, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook. Like, so there's all these creators talking about Bricklink Designer Program, and that creates more awareness, more hype, more information being out there for the community. So each series is growing in the fact that people know about it. So when people know about something, there's more of a chance that they may buy some of these sets. So I think that, throughout the day, as people remember, like, oh, shoot, these go live today. I think there's a big surge that you will see tonight when people get home from work, at least here in North America. They'll sit down, they'll order the sets, they'll go through which ones they want most. So, you'll see each series, I think, just with more awareness, because you'll have more people coming into it than you will. Sure, you could also argue that, like, people may not be buying or not collecting or just not into the BDP anymore, but you're definitely seeing a lot more people get into it than you are seeing, kind of fade away from it. So that's a big factor as well. Just picked up a Dustmark. I have a homeless Serpent Knight army that needs a castle. There you go, Johnny Allbricks. Yeah, I forgot to mention that in today's video. I wanted to say, like, the Dustmark Keep is pretty legendary for 2 other reasons as well. This is technically the first ever Lego set where we're getting all 4 of the newest factions. So your Snake Knights, Horse Knight, Griffin Knight, and Kraken Knight. And it's also a really unique castle because it's it's sandy, it's weathered, it's in this harsh environment where our Serpent Knights can live. So for that other reason, I think it's going to sell very well. It's kind of cool too because we have like Mountain Fortress, which was in like a snowy environment. We have Outlaw Forest Den, which is in like a dense, foresty environment. Obviously, Forest Stronghold also in like a dense jungle of some sort, dense forest area. And then now we got Dustmark Keep in like a dusty sand dune, Sahara desert kind of landscape, which is pretty cool. Did you know the Lego is holding a Pokemon card contest where people can make Pokemon cards out of Lego? The winner will get a set. I heard something about that, actually. Got Balloon, Train, and University. There you go, DMS. Congratulations. Order in Dustmark ×2, Coconut Cape, and Locomotive. There you go, CDH. Wow. 2 Dustmark Keeps. Congratulations. Are you going to soup it up? Are you going to double up your Dustmark so it's like a huge Serpent Knight fortress? That would be so cool. Had to jump on my Android-based tablet for this to work. My Apple phone nor iPad wasn't working. Hot air balloon secured. There you go. Digital plan with B. Congratulations. Hey, sometimes, Apple lets you down. So excited. What's going on, Suzanne? I got the University of Science and Dustmark Keep, my second and third BDP sets ever. My first one was the Art Factory. Oh, that's a nice one. That's actually one that we regret not picking up nowadays. But man, a lot of people getting their orders in. This is amazing. 4 sets already funded. Hab to be funded the last. Yeah, Hab's coming up. It's coming up. It's bringing up the rear. A few comments down from where you are. Series 10. Okay, perfect. Thanks, Joanna. First, BDP got Dustmark Keep. No problem. Adding my collection to build the Renaissance Festival. Ren Festival. Very nice. I see a lot of people saying happy birthday to Brick by Brick. That is amazing. The Pay in 4 will authorize the card through PayPal. I have used it in the past. It takes the first payment, then it will refund it. Call Lego in November to fix payment as authorization expires. Oh, thank you so much for providing that very important insight. Primetime Builds, 6,400. BDP sets are like Pokemon. Got to catch them all responsibly. Yeah, absolutely. The responsibly is the most important part. Thanks to all. Here is my birthday motto. Limb loss equals quality of life. I am left below the knee and right above the knee. Prosthesis forward. I appreciate you sharing that, Brick by Brick. That is amazing, and that makes more sense with your minifigure there. That's an amazing minifigure, by the way, from Series 25. That is super cool. Well, you are a very important member of the community, and we're so happy that you're here. And I hope you have a great birthday. All sets are funded. Yes. Denmark Dragon, what's going on? Series 10 designer here. Do you think an 80s/90s style set will ever be a finalist? That's a good question. Are you referring to like an 80s/90s set remake? Kind of like what Lego did with the Galaxy Explorer, Lion Knight's Castle, and El Dorado Fortress? I think they could, instead of something like completely redesigned like Dustmark Keep. I think they could do something like that, but it would have to be castle themed. Feel like something, you know what they could do? I could see, so I've seen a lot of people say they want a remake of the original Yellow Castle. And if they did that through BDP, I think that would get a lot of people excited, especially since you could kind of tie in a new faction, something like that, or just make it just like a fun castle and throw some cool knights in there and people will still buy it. But yeah, I could definitely foresee, I think that would be the only area where it could thrive until because we just had all those sets for the 90th anniversary of Lego, and I don't think we'll see any celebration or anniversary throwback style sets like that until the 100th anniversary of Lego. So yeah, I could definitely foresee that happening. I appreciate you jumping in the chat. Which sets to pre-order? We got the Dustmark Keep and Hot Air Balloon. Everything is now funded. Very nice. I love it, guys. My order went through without website errors. There you go. It's crazy. People have said this, like the two ends of the spectrum. Some people have said, oh, I had to wait in the queue. My order didn't go through for a while. Then other people were like, this is the smoothest Bricklink designer program series that I've ever had. Got your Dustmark. There you go. A lot of people said they got Dustmark. Thanks as always for the vids and help, man. Always looking out for the community. Yeah, absolutely. My goal is to help you guys enjoy the hobby to its max potential when it comes to regular Lego sets, BDP, whatever it may be. I want everybody to just have fun and enjoy Lego without going into debt. I think think there's plenty of content there to keep everybody busy from that perspective. Managed to get all mine. My first Bricklink sets, Zergo Colonial. Well, thank you so much, or Zerg Colonial. Thank you so much for letting us know. A lot of first-time BDP buyers in the house tonight. Judging on the past BDP re-release, Series 6 should come back around late August/September. That's true. Yeah, we'll see. They could pull a fast one, though. Sometimes it's a little bit, sooner. Could be a little bit later. We'll see. Oh, I'm so sorry. I am a little bit behind. If did somebody drop a super chat? So where am I in the chat? I am 11:24. Oh yeah, I'm falling behind. There's a lot of questions, guys. So if you're waiting on me to recognize a question or a super chat, I'm coming. I like to read as much as I can. I can't remember. Do we get insider points for BDP sets? I don't recall getting them for Series 6 when I got the Art Factory. Yes, you do. You will qualify as long as you're logged in. You got to be logged in. Even if you're not logged in, if you make your BDP order and you have your confirmation number and your email confirmation or whatever it may be, you can call LEGO customer support and say, hey, I ordered Dustmark Keep on June 9th, and they will go ahead or they should go ahead and credit your insider account. Yeah, November is going to be a very expensive month for sure. All right, let me scroll down. I see a lot of people saying they got sets. Oh no, my my wife saw the options. Oh God, Rogue Lannister, go Rogue. Oh man, Travis being super generous, also gifted a Slapshot Bricks channel membership. You guys are amazing. Dustmark is secured. Another channel member in the house, DJ Char. Great to see you. For 20 minutes, I kept getting an empty cart. Trying to order through iPhone, switch to laptop, and order went through in 2 minutes. Oh, there you go. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta keep going. We do happen to own Rivendell. Waiting for double points later this month. Yeah, double points is gonna hurt as well. I'm still scrolling, guys. I'm still scrolling. I'm skipping ahead past a few comments just because I see a lot of people saying like repeat stuff. First, I was scared because it looked like I have to order from the U.S. and pay tax. But after like 10 minutes of refreshing, I was recognized as a European citizen. Thank God. Yeah, you would have had to have moved to the U.S. then to get your sets. But, you're all good there. Oh, hello. The Crazy Canadian 820. New subscriber here. Wondering how well the Sequoia and Off-Road Adventure did on the initial sale. Really would love to grab a second chance on Sequoia, but wondering my chances of securing. You do have a chance. I will say that. Or you should have a chance. When the second chance drop comes around, I will post a video immediately when I find out about the Series 6 second chance drop, and we'll break down, best practices for how to get one of those sets. Just check on our channel when you can and make sure you're up to date on videos. But you have a low chance, but you still have a chance, Ordered University and Balloon. Oh, nice. You got the train too. Congratulations. John, ping me after show. I will help fund one of the giveaway prizes, which means I will not vote. Oh, that's super kind of you, Brick by Brick. You don't have to do that, but yeah, we'll talk. We'll figure something out for sure. Let me scroll down here. I want to thank Lindestral Bricks, who says, I just got back into Lego 3 months ago. I recovered my second favorite set of all time, Malevolence. Oh, there you go, 9515. Buying a bunch of sets, by the way. Love your vids. I really appreciate that. Congratulations on getting the Malevolence. That's another set that Lego needs to remake in modern day form. But thank you so much for the super generous super chat. Which branch of the armed forces? I was in the Navy and then the Coast Guard, if you're asking about me. My first Bricklink set was Castle Lonestein. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I heard that ordering works much better when you're using the computer for sure. All right, I'm going to keep scrolling down because I'm going to try to keep up with the chat here if I can. I love that you guys are blowing things up. What post was that again for the funding guesses? That's today's video. If you go, Dan, if you go to today's video, that's what I asked. One of the things I asked you guys to do in the comments, if you wanted to. Was able to add Dustmark and the hot air balloon, then get on the Rakuten app and checked out that way. It sent me an email saying my trip was successful and shows my $50 referral bonus as pending. Well, there you go. Congratulations on that. If you used our link, I really appreciate it because we get a couple dollars there. Sorry I'm late. What's going on? Ultra Collector, great to see you. I'm doing fantastic. It's BDP release day. Doesn't get any better than this. Hendo was asking. I did not. Oh, is Hendo here? I actually meant to open that in today's video. I left it in the house though, so I have to go grab it. I saw that I ordered a minifig and that package showed up looking a little bit larger than a minifig. Totally just changed my mind. Just purchased Dustmark Keep. Really happy. Oh, there you go, Bruno. Congratulations. Hot take. They will all sell out. No, I actually don't think that's as hot of a take as you think it will. Yes, I saw that, Lindustrial Bricks. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you doing that. Timestamp that hot take. Yeah, timestamp it all. All right, let me see. Now I'm only 7 minutes. Here we go. Anybody can recommend Paris sets? I know the Eiffel Tower, Louvre, French Cafe, and Paris postcard. Any others you guys can recommend me? I think that's most of them. They haven't done any Ratatouille sets. They should, though. We got Dustmark Keep and the hot air balloon. I could afford it in November, but though you've stated they won't charge till it ships, they do charge you, and I'm pretty sure I can't really do that. It's a temporary hold on your card or method of payment. There's a modern yellow castle in Rebrickable. Yes, there is. It's actually on my list to build at some point. Yeah, if I miss a super chat or a channel member highlight, just let me know, guys. I'm not ignoring anybody. There's still over 400 people here, which is amazing. And, I try to read and highlight as much as I can. So now that, what is this? Now that I got 2 dust marks, any recommended Lego set creator idea I should buy while waiting to complement it? I think you should do, you got to do a supersized horse knight castle to go up against your giant Dustmark fortress whenever you get that going. So here, let me pop over to Rebrickable here and show you guys what I'm talking about. Because there's actually still quite a few Horse Knight Rebrickable alt builds that I'm planning on building as well. All right, so the castle is 31168. It's really easy. You just type it into Rebrickable, go to alt builds. I think there's a few that would look really good next to the Dustmark Keep. I think King Maris Castle, which I have not personally built yet, but I saw our good friends over at Building Together. They made a great video on it, so you can go check that out. The Horse Knight Citadel also looks really cool. The medieval Horse Knight Bastion looks awesome. I built this one by Werger Bricks, the Horse Lord Castle. That video is up on the channel. I also built this one, the Horse Warriors Castle. Got a video for that on the channel as well. I really want to build this one, the Castle Gray Skull. I also built this, the Serpent Knights Castle. I'm actually going to break this apart pretty soon and turn it into something else. The Iron Stronghold is another personal favorite of mine, and I love this one. This is the one that I want to build the most. This is like my top want that I want to build. So this one I'm actually hoping to get up sooner on the channel rather than later. When will the emails confirming the order be sent? In a few hours or in November? You should get the confirmation orders in the next 24 hours. If you don't see a confirmation of some sorts within the next 2 business days, I would just call Lego or email their customer service directly. All right, let me keep going here. I know everybody's worried about their confirmation emails. Hendo, there we go. Hendo, it is great to see you. How are you doing? I saw, like I mentioned a few moments ago, thank you so much for whatever you sent. I think I know what it is, but I really appreciate you sending it. I got an email saying I got gifted a membership. You did. There were some very generous people here in the chat today. I actually have a couple packages I need to open up from people. Oh, maybe I'll put together a small little thank you video because I really appreciate you guys sending stuff over. Cool. I just got the email that my order is good to go. I ordered the train. There you go. Congratulations. Trex Bricks is in the house. Shout out to Trex. He does not miss a video. He is in pretty much every single thing that we do here on the channel, and I really appreciate him. Lisa becoming a channel member. Thank you so much, Lisa. Lisa, I don't know if you were here in the beginning, but now we got our channel member base plates looking super official as we got a official label maker. So we're going to have to make a label with your name later today and get you on the channel member thank you base plate. I really appreciate it, guys. We are coming up on 100 channel members. We are very close to getting 100, and I want to do a special thank you live stream when we do hit 100 members. So just stay tuned to the channel. As soon as we hit 100 members, I'm gonna make a thumbnail and I'll make the stream maybe for next month or August or at some point during the summer, and we'll just do a big blowout, celebration. We'll do a couple extra giveaways or something, and we'll just have some fun. John, I love your videos. When will you open more of your boxes with sets in them? Yeah, that is a big question. So I think we have about, we still have a bunch of boxes left. I want to do just one last big video opening up the rest of them. I did have to open up a few of them because I needed to find a set for a video that I'm working on at the moment. But we still have probably like 15 boxes left to open, and I need to do that soon. But I really appreciate the kind words, so thank you so much. I bought Dustmark Keep right when the time opened and received an email. Haven't received email confirmation. No, don't freak out just yet. Like, they are receiving thousands of orders right now, so just give it, like I said, give it a day or two. If you don't see your order confirmation, I would say by Thursday, then reach out to Lego customer support. If you're on your screen, like your computer, your laptop, your tablet, whatever it is, just take a screenshot, like, so that way you can prove like, hey, I ordered it. Also, if your card already went through for like the payment and everything, it definitely, your order will be fine. I won't lie, BDP sets I think are better than most of the standard Lego. You're not wrong, Josh. A lot of the standard Lego sets are produced so quickly. Like, the designers have such limited time to come up with the sets, and I think as a result, we've seen quality across the board go down just because Lego is producing so much, and I think they're pushing their designers too hard. If they had more time, they could probably come out with some good stuff. Oh, did I miss something? Go back. Oh, somebody asked what I did. Oh, not Lego related, but what type of stuff did you do while you were in the military? That's a great question. So I attended the United States Merchant Marine Academy, graduated with a bachelor's in logistics and maritime security, and then went into the Navy for a little while. And then my primary job in the Coast Guard was a ship inspector. I was actually disqualified from sea service after being deployed with the Navy because I have flat feet. So even though I have my unlimited tonnage license, I can sail on any size ship as a third officer, on any ship in the world. I actually can't do it due to medical constraints. So I went into the Coast Guard. I got recruited by the Coast Guard essentially to become a ship inspector. They have a really great program that funnels, officers specifically from the Merchant Marine Academy into the Coast Guard, and I had a really cool job. I really liked it. For the most part, a couple years were rough because I was a barge inspector. So for those of you guys who don't know, a lot of chemicals and heavy fuel oil, asphalt, orange juice, believe it or not, like commodities in like liquid commodities that are carried in bulk are transported by unmanned barges throughout the river system of the United States. They all have to be inspected by Coast Guard inspectors, and it's not a glorious job, but I put in my dues and I worked my way up. And at the peak of my career, or whatever, however you want to look at it, I was in charge of inspections for the all the cruise ships in the Northeast, and I also worked with DC and overseeing cruise ships all over the country. So it was a really cool job. It was a lot of fun. It was a very important job because for those of you guys who obviously realize, like, cruise ships, that's people's vacations, thousands of people, very important to make sure that everybody is safe. But it was a really interesting job, and it was a lot of work, hard hours. And if I could still do it, I would, but things happened, and we won't get into that now, but nothing bad. Just, I unfortunately, I've said it many times here on the channel, I blew out my back 2 years ago, and I got hurt, so I can no longer serve my job. So that's why my life drastically changed, and a big reason why we're so grateful for you guys here in the community, because I don't know, I had some other things potentially lined up, but I don't know what I would be doing right now if I didn't have social media to help us out. So life changes, things happen, and you just got to be grateful for the hand that you have dealt, and you just make it work, and we're having fun. So I had a tremendous military career. It took me to every continent except Antarctica, and I got to see, lots of different countries, lots of different ways of life, interacted with a lot of people all over the world, and I think it's given me a lot of perspective and just a great outlook on now the fact that we get to just talk about Lego and, enjoy this hobby, because there's a lot of people doing a lot of really important things all over the world, not just in the military, but also a lot of other jobs that people don't realize need to be done. So I really appreciate everybody here who is in the military, first responder, or, in the medical field. Like, you guys do amazing work. But also there's people who have other jobs like teachers, lawyers, doctors, postal service workers. Like, there's a lot of hard jobs out there. And I think that a hobby, bringing it back to Lego, I think Lego is very important because it allows us to get that stress relief. It allows us to enjoy something, look forward to something, and interact with, a great community here. It can bring a lot of positivity and joy to many people's lives. But anyway, long answer. Sorry about that. Not sure if you answered this. Let's say you custom build this without the set. Does the cost per brick end up being the same as the cost for the set? Are you talking about Dustmark Keep? I'm sorry, I don't know which one I had on the screen. Let me bring back up Dustmark. Oh, hey, Velvet. How are you? Great to see you. I'm so sorry. Now I'm like super behind in the chat, I'm sure. Have you seen siege encampments skyrocketing crazy? Luckily, I snagged one in your stream a couple of months ago. I did not, but I am not surprised that it's skyrocketing. Can't wait for June 20th to see the Series 11 reveal. Yeah, me too. We are going to be out of town, so I don't think we'll be able to do a live stream for that. But we are going to be doing a live stream the night before, or actually 2 nights before, for June 18th for the launch of Double Points. So that's the next time we'll be live. My last order was the Snoopy and also didn't get confirmation email ever. I called and they told me it went through. Never got the shipping one either, but it got yesterday. Oh, okay. But got it yesterday. Okay, so you got it at the end of the day. John, join the Army. Me thinks it should say join the Navy/Coast Guard, your channel. Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, yeah, it was just the chicken army because Joanna loves chickens. So she wants to put chickens all over our city, and I think that's a great idea. But yeah, we could do that too. Do we get gift with purchases with these buys? You do not. No gift with purchases. All the basically frequently asked questions about Bricklink Designer Program, I put it in our video today to help you guys out as much as possible. All right. Oh my gosh, Lauren coming in as a channel member. Shout out to What the Brick. Lauren, another amazing fellow creator here in this space, makes excellent content. She's actually located over in the UK. So if you want to see what's going on in her neck of the woods, highly recommend checking out her channel. But thank you so much for joining as a member. I really appreciate it, Lauren. That's so generous of you. Oh, we got Never Axe coming in. Bruno. Bruno, dude. I can't remember. Joanna, did we tell Bruno the good news yet? I don't know if I can't remember if we reached out to him or emailed him back yet. But Bruno coming in with the super generous super chat says, thank you for everything, John. You make the community stronger. Big hello to Joanna as well. Thank you, Bruno. Well, I'm going to say it live. I guess if Joanna didn't tell you, but we were going to just send you your shirt for free because you've been so generous with all the super chats and everything. So, okay, Joanna said she did. So we're good there. Then you probably already know. But we really appreciate everything you do for us. So many of you guys are just unbelievably kind with all the support and everything. And that's why I want to keep trying my best to give back just a little fraction of that. Yeah, I got the Dustmark Keep. Thanks a lot. Greetings from Belgium. What's going on, Phil? Another amazing international viewer. It still blows my mind, especially with knowing how far some of these places are. The fact that our content reaches you guys in other corners of the globe. It's just so cool. Were you based in Cape May? I was not. I was never based in Cape May. I was based out of the sector New York and Staten Island, New York. I was also based out of Boston. And then before that, based out of Long Island, and then based out of multiple areas of the globe when I was getting deployed. So, okay, we'll figure that out with Bruno. Yeah, all the fellow Canadians in here. Got my Rakuten confirmation way before Lego. Funny that. Yeah, Rakuten's on it. Rakuten's like, people are spending money. We are on it. Who's checking all the barges and ships stuck at the strait? Oh gosh, whoever is, I feel bad for them. Some long days for sure. Hello from the UK. Still loving your content, John. Just ordered 4 of the Bricklink new releases, all of them but the train. I believe if I change my mind, I can cancel, but I think this is unlikely. Yeah. Hello, Matthew. Yeah, you do have that option. You can cancel if you would like. But congratulations on ordering those. And you got 6 months to figure out, where you're going to put them and if you're going to end up keeping them. So I really appreciate the viewership. Thank you for joining in. Hey, John, I'm a former federal recruiter, disabled vets and such. If you're interested in resume and such, we can chat. Your decision, not mine. Yeah, absolutely. I'd be more than happy to talk. A lot of people have, told me about some cool opportunities now that I am a disabled vet and everything. I didn't think I would become a disabled vet at only 30 years old, but life happens and we go from there. And yeah, I'm open to everything. Thankfully, I will just say this, like Joanna and I have been super blessed with just, we've had some very hard years. And I'm not like, this isn't like, oh, boo hoo, like me and Joanna, like we had a rough time. Like, no, we actually did have some really rough years. And, but throughout the rough years, we've had so many great people come into our lives at seemingly the right point in time. And the biggest one that I would say over the last few years is like we met the right realtor at the right time who helped us get this house, because we were getting nervous in May of 2024. We didn't have a place to live, and we were running out of time. Like we had to be out of our house by June 1st, 2024. And we only had a few weeks to find a house. And I'm sure some of you guys have been in that position, but when you don't know where you're going to live, that is a frightening feeling. And we ended up having to crash with some family for 3 months. If you guys, we hadn't started the channel. We hadn't started this channel at first, but if you were following us through our Funko channel, then you'll know a little bit of our story. We started the Lego channel in January of 2025, but yeah, it was some hard months. And I'll just say this, sometimes life hits you hard. Sometimes life throws you a bone. So you just got to be grateful and be kind to everybody in life, because you never know who's going to help you out when you most need it. I always wish I could have traveled. I only traveled to Afghanistan, though. Man, of all the places in the world, I don't know if Afghanistan is where you want to go, but hopefully you didn't go there on vacation. I'll say that, because it's not a place I would recommend vacating or vacationing at. Are you on the East Coast or West Coast? I am on the East Coast. We're in southeastern-ish Pennsylvania. You help my son who adults with your Lego show. Thank you. Maybe adores with your Lego show or likes your Lego show. I appreciate that, Sean. And I'm really happy to hear that, because I come from a big family. Joanna's got a big family as well, and we love we love interacting with families and big families here in the community and everything. And that's why like our channel will always be family friendly and clean and everything, because I want anybody to be able to watch our channel, and I don't want them to be afraid, especially since now we have a daughter. Like I don't want anyone to hesitate and being like, hey, let's go see what Slapshot and Joanna are up to, Oh, we have an interesting comment here. I'm sorry, am I falling? No, I'm actually not too far behind. In the chat here, purchased my first BDP. I was gifted a membership. Thank you so much. Hey, congratulations. I believe that's coming to you from Brick by Brick, and they're super generous, super thanks, or super chat today. All right, I wanted to get, believe it or not, it says our cashback is pending through Rakuten. So I appreciate all the mods and everybody in the chat here answering some of the questions that I might have skipped over, or that I didn't miss, or that I did miss. I live on Long Island. I didn't know you were based here. Thank you for all you do. And yes, I got Rakuten and Lego points for my orders. Oh, there you go, my Brick Heaven. Yeah, I know Long Island very well. I was there for 5 years when I was at the Merchant Marine Academy in oh gosh, where is that terrible place located? Oh God, I haven't been there for so long, and I blocked it out. The little town that it's in, Great Neck, Long Island. I haven't gone back. I haven't gone to. I think our 10-year reunion is coming up next year. I don't want to go back. I like Long Island's cool, but I don't want to go back to the academy. At least I'll go back to Long Island. But all right, questions. Do I need to have the money now in my account for it to be approved? It is currently denying my payment, and you're sure it will not be taking the funds out upon complete purchase? Yeah, no. So it's a temporary hold. So like with our credit card, I can tell you exactly how it works. It just literally was like a pending charge, and then after like 48 hours, it just goes away. Oh, Essie Mom coming in here as a channel member now for 6 whole months. Thank you so much, Esperanza. I really appreciate you being in here. Staten Islander here, been watching all morning. Yeah, I spent so after my 5 years on Long Island. I spent, a couple years later, I spent 4 years on Staten Island. So I know all the New York Islands pretty well. Wow. Thank you so much for the update on the shirt. Much appreciated. Absolutely, Bruno. It's the least we could do. All right, JS, this was the comment I was looking for. A guy I fly with is a USCG inspector. I have to ask if he knows you. Really enjoy your enthusiasm. Yeah. If, there's a chance I've run into quite a few people in the Coast Guard. I think I was for many years. I was the only Darling. So my last name is Darling, Darling. And I was the only Darling in the Coast Guard for quite some time. So if he ran into an Ensign Darling or a Lieutenant JD Darling or a Lieutenant Darling, that would be me. But yeah, I ran into several pilots, got to interact with a bunch of them. I think like what they do is so cool. See, here's the thing really quick about the Coast Guard. Like what I did in the Coast Guard was not in any of the brochures. It is not on a poster. It is not going to be something they put in a movie anytime soon. Like the pilots, the people who go out on like the icebreakers and the cutters and the buoy tenders, like that, all that stuff is like super cool. That's like what they advertise. Like our job was like what we did. So like for just to give you guys like a quick insight, my job was part of prevention. And then like that's like the department within the Coast Guard or like your specialty in the Coast Guard. So we prevent bad things from happening. And then people who are aviators or ship drivers, like they're part of response. So their specialty is responding to, natural disasters, hurricanes, people who need rescuing, that kind of thing. So like my team, we go in to prevent those things if for whatever reason something happens, and we were doing like ship inspections. So primarily ships colliding with one another or running aground or having electrical issues and security issues and, all kinds of stuff, lifeboat issues, all that stuff. But for people doing like search and rescue, like the helicopters, the ships, they're going out to save people after something terrible has happened. So it's really cool. Like the dynamic of the Coast Guard, it's not just people like going to rescue people. There's actually a lot of people who are doing the front work and trying to prevent bad things from happening. And that's why I was so excited that Lego finally came out with Coast Guard sets again here for the city line. You'll also probably never see like it's a perfect example. Like for the Coast Guard sets that we got this year, what do we get? Like the ship and the helicopter, right? They're not going to make an inspector set. Like that's why I was so hyped for the Maersk set, because I sailed on a Maersk ship for 8 months, and I have to get that set at some point. But yeah, JS, long story short, yeah, let them know, and maybe it's somebody I run into. If not, the world's still pretty big. Let me see. Slapshot, don't want to steal any thunder from a future vid, but I wrote a quick Python script to pull the pre-order numbers automatically from the source. Right now, Dustmark is way out in front at 9,789. No, that's perfect. You're not stealing my thunder at all. That's actually great insight. So we're about a little over an hour in, and they've already sold roughly 10,000 copies. So no, that helps me out. I appreciate that. Yeah. Anytime you guys have information, like sometimes people will say like, I'm not perfect. I say stuff wrong sometimes in our videos too. And if you guys have better information or anything you want to add, like, please, like I will gladly cycle it into our videos and give you guys credit. So CVAT, thank you so much for letting us know. John, I just want to congratulate you on the first child. Thank you so much, Ryan. Yeah, Sophia, she is the best. She's a great baby. I actually have to go grab her here in a couple minutes because Joanna has been watching her, and Joanna needs to get back to sleep because she was up all night with Sophia. But we are very blessed. It just sort of life worked out, and seemingly the right, at the right time. And we're very happy that she's here. And I wanted to be a dad for a very long time. Didn't know when it was going to happen. Yeah. And I'm really glad that it did happen. I know there's a lot of people out here in the chat. A lot of people watch our videos who are also parents. So I can now understand fully what you guys, have done. Obviously we're only 6 months into parenthood and not a year or more into parenthood. Yeah, Joanna literally just took the words right out of my mouth. So I will say this. This is also why I'm like really shocked that people are watching our videos. Joanna and I must be the two ugliest people, because you know how they say like ugly people have beautiful children. Like Sophia is gorgeous. We are like looking at her like maybe everybody thinks their kid is like the most beautiful thing they've ever seen, but Sophia to me is literally like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And then Joanna even brought that up. I think a couple of days after we got from the hospital, she's like, wow, we must be really ugly because we have a beautiful child. But no, being a parent is super special. And I'm actually very grateful that I get to be home. So now that I work from home, I have to do a couple things here and there for the Coast Guard still, but outside of the house. But 90% of the time I get to be home. And after being away and being deployed and missing countless holidays and just special occasions and moments and not being with Joanna and being able to be with family members and such, like I wouldn't trade anything that happened if every single different version of me and every other universe was going to lead to me being able to be home and be fully present as a parent so I can literally have a hand in everything that's going on and raising my baby. It's so special. And I didn't think I would feel like this as a parent. And like, I can't describe it. It's almost very strange because I'm enjoying it so much. And there was a lot of people that I worked with and that I interacted over the years who told me like, oh, don't have kids. Like kids are the worst, babies stink. And yeah, there's moments that aren't great, but there was a lot of negativity that I interacted with when I expressed that I wanted to have kids and be a parent. So now being on the other side of it and being like, yeah, there's some hard days. I'm tired sometimes, and it's challenging to get stuff done when she's screaming or she's not happy, or you need to change her diaper or feed her or do whatever that needs to be done. But I don't know. It's all just like surreal and brings me to a level of joy I've never experienced before. So if you're somebody out there who is looking for a partner, or if you find yourself in a place in life where you feel like it's the right time to have kids, I would say go for it. And I think one of the reasons why I love like our baby and everything that we have in life. I mean, I would love my child no matter what. But I think one of the reasons that we're in the position that we're in is because I waited, and so did Joanna. Like we waited to find the right partner. And I think that, it kind of ties into everything that we talk about in the channel. We talk about practicing patience and making the best decisions for your Lego collection, right? But I think also making the best decisions for your life. I think really like being patient. I know there's some people that, they get frustrated. I got frustrated sometimes when I was dating people and I was like, man, this isn't working out, or this isn't the person that I thought they were. Like, when is it going to happen for me? When is it going to be my time to find that person that I'm supposed to be with for the rest of my life? But when you do find the right person, it makes everything feel like I was supposed to be here. This is my person that I'm supposed to be with 100%. And then when you have, or if you're lucky enough to have a kid with that person, you have like this mini version of, the good stuff from you and the good stuff from her all combined into one, or if you're, however, even if you adopt a child too, like I think adopting a child is so special. And there's been people that I've seen on the channel who have said they have, some kids that they had and then they adopted, or some people said they adopted kids. Like I think being a parent in general is just so special, but it's even more special when you get to do it with the right person. And that's why I'm so grateful for everything that Joanna has done and continues to do, not only as my wife, but as Sophia's mom and just my life partner. So yeah. And now we get to have this channel together with all you guys. So there's a lot of comments I missed. I'm so sorry, guys. But here's what I'm gonna. Oh my gosh, Leanna just became a channel member. Thank you so much, Leanna. I really appreciate it. Screaming from the mountaintops. Thank you for your service. No, thank you. I joined the military. I'm still technically in the military. It's to be determined what's going to happen moving forward. When we do have I can't share everything that's going on with me just because some of it is confidential, but when we do have news to share, and we're hoping that we have, big news at some point in the next year or so. But I joined the military when I was 18 years old, and I planned on doing a full 25-30 year career, and it just didn't work out that way. And I think that I'm not alone in that. I know there's people who intended on doing long military careers, and I know there's people probably you intended to go and be a certain job for like a long period of time, and life changes, things happen, and you just got to course correct and go from there. But there's a lot of people doing great stuff, and I'm very thankful for all the people that I got to work with and all the people that continue to serve. And I think the most important, like my brick heaven, the reason I highlighted your comment here for a little bit longer too is because a lot of people say like, hey, they'll see me and like, I don't know, I haven't worn my uniform in a while, but like when I wore it like a month ago, but like when I'm in uniform, or like if I show my ID, or if people find out I'm in the military, right, they say thank you for my service. And I actually say the opposite. Like I always kind of think like, you should be thanking my wife. Anybody out there who serves, like, thank their wives, thank their husbands, thank their families, because yeah, I had to go to work and I had to do a job, but my wife was like Joanna made a lot more sacrifices than I had to. She had to uproot her life twice, three times technically, when we moved around, and get completely new friends, new doctors, new grocery store, new everything, new house, all of that. Like, I just literally had to put my uniform on in a different state and just go to work, is like that kind of thing. And I think that people don't realize, and I'm sure some people do, but like the level of sacrifice that the families have to make, I actually think is more than the sacrifice and the service member has to make. So I really appreciate that, my break heaven. But honestly, thank my wife, because she she had to hold down the fort. I mean, there was some days where I literally had to text her, and it's like, not to sound like super dramatic, but I was like, I don't know when I'm coming home. And there were some days where I had to live on like a ship because we had to deal with a problem. We had I had some really complex situations that I was involved in, and I was like, Joanna would be like, hey, you coming home? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm coming home. This doesn't look like it's going to be wrapping up anytime soon. And the longest I had to stay on a ship one time for 5 days, and that was offshore, limited service. So it's not Afghanistan or anything like that, but like still with the fact that like I was literally like out on the deck like trying to find signal, or asking to borrow one of the ship's computers, like, hey, can I just send a quick DM on Facebook to my wife to let her know that we're okay. We're just got to deal with what we got to deal with, So, but then there's to the other extreme. There's people that don't even get that. There's people that are deployed for 18 months at a time, and they barely get to communicate with their families, and their families just got to hope and pray that everything is okay. So, yeah, no, family is everything, 100%. Somebody's asking why no university for Joanna. Let me grab that. So Joanna would like the Sagrada Familia. That is her number one set for 2026 that she would like to buy. And Joanna does not ask for much these days. She's very picky about her Lego sets. And unfortunately, we just found out that the Sagrada Familia, like you guys probably saw as well, is going up from $600 to $800 retail. So to account for that now $200 increase, she passed on the University of Science. I told her, if I have a couple videos do well, or maybe we can move some money around before the pre-order period is over, maybe we'll end up buying it. Maybe we'll catch it on the second chance drop. But as of right now, we passed on the University of Science, which is a bummer, and no discredit to King Creations. It is an incredible set. It's hard. Like when you have a budget, like you have to make sacrifices and you have to make decisions. And we're not rich. Like I would imagine most of you guys are not rich, and I think that's okay. Like I don't think in life, I think even the people that get what like everything they want, like I think there's still some negatives and drawbacks to that side of life as well. So when you don't have unlimited resources and unlimited funds, which prevents you from getting whatever you want, I think it just encourages you to work harder. So we tell you guys all the time, like, stick to your budget. Like we're literally doing the same thing. We've been budgeting for double points for the last like 3 months. So I'm excited. We're finally going to be able to pull the trigger on the botanical garden at double points in 2 weeks or so. And, it's tough. It's, I wanted Arkham. I love Arkham Asylum. And I was so excited for that set when it came out. Haven't picked it up. I love Avengers Tower. I haven't picked it up yet. I love the Venator. Like, I haven't picked it up. Like, I don't know if I am going to be able to pick it up before it retires. And that's okay, because like we have so much stuff to build. And that's the thing too. Like if you miss something, even if it appreciates in value and you never get that set, there's always going to be something to build. So, you can't have everything. I don't think you should have everything. And I think that's okay, because it just either motivates you to work harder, or if you do get everything, I've also seen people burn out and they're like, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I have way too much stuff. I don't have time to build. And yeah, it's, companies are producing a lot of stuff these days. Lego is pumping out 1,000 sets a year. Like, you're not going to be able to keep up with everything. You got to make decisions. And I think you got to make decisions that are best, not only for your finances, but you also got to make decisions that are best for your mental health. And trust me, I got plenty of projects. I have like 5 years of content worth in this garage. So we're going to be fine. But at the end of the day, like, I want to make sure that Joanna gets the set that she wants most, for a lot of the reasons that we just talked about a few minutes ago. So I want to make sure that she gets that Sagrada Familia on November 1st. Me, I did not worry when my husband was deployed why God was protecting him. And if God wanted him in heaven, it would happen. Deployed or at home, I trust God's timing. Yeah, I completely understand that, for sure. Hopefully he came back to you, though. I mean, if God chooses it's his time, it's his time. But I hope that he was able to come home and everything was good. So daily slapshot videos until the end of the Bricklink order period for Joanna University Fund. Is that what I'm hearing? No, I can't do. I just did 3 videos in a row, guys. I'm exhausted. Like, if we didn't have if we didn't have Sophia yet, yeah, maybe. But daily videos is hard, because you gotta, like, you just, like, you're always like a day or two into the future. Like, I don't know. I like 3 videos a week is like my jam. We've already done 3 videos this week, so I might do one more, which will be good for this week. But no, you guys are blowing up the videos. If you didn't see the Q&A video yesterday, definitely go watch that. Fast and Furious video this past Sunday, that was a ton of fun. And then today's Bricklink Designer Program video. So there's always a lot to talk about when it comes to Lego, which is, beautiful thing. And what's even more special is just how much support. I mean, there's still 250 of you guys here, and it's literally a random Tuesday afternoon. So the fact that you guys have taken so much interest in our channel just means a lot. I didn't think we would have this much traction, to be honest. I thought it was going to take us like 4 to 5 years for us to, make an indent in the community, just because there are so many really good, well-established creators. So you guys have blown us away. And even if we don't, like, continue to grow, like, even if this is our peak, like, this is truly incredible what we've been able to accomplish in about a year's time of consistently posting videos. But we still haven't even scratched the surface of, like, things that I want to do when it comes to, like, the city, all the different projects I want to do and create videos and create content. Joanna and I are hoping to travel again at some point with Sophia. And she's from Portugal originally, and there's so many cool European Lego stores that we would love to go to. So a lot of big plans for us in the channel, and we're so happy that you guys are here for the ride. But no daily videos, unfortunately. But yeah, I don't know how Brixie does a video every day. I don't know how that man does it either, because I have been following his channel for many years. Huge inspiration, tremendous content creator, of just exceptional hard worker. I don't know how he does it, but kudos to him, especially since he has 2 times, the kids. He's got 2 kids. We only have the 1. And shout out to his wife. Jose does incredible job. I think she is the driving force behind that channel, behind the scenes, doing all the sorting, the Bricklink orders, a lot of stuff that we probably don't even see on camera. So shout out to that duo. Another strong team. Like, I think behind any YouTube channel nowadays, like, or any small business, right? You got to have a small team, and you got to have a rock solid marriage, especially if it's a husband and wife doing it. Yes, hubby came home with all of his limbs good. He's 6'1". I am 5'2". Not putting 1.52 prosthetic and 1 6-inch prosthesis in the middle of the night. LOL. I'm glad he came home. That's the most important thing. Absolutely. Oh my gosh, Jandern coming in. What's up, Jandern? Did you buy any of the BDP sets? I wonder if any of them was up your alley. Oh, sorry if my autistic son uses your channel to understand Lego better than anybody else. Oh, or Lego, maybe Lego better than anybody else. Yeah, no, that's absolutely amazing. I'm so happy that he watches the channel. What's his name, by the way? I'd love to know his name and give him a little shout out if he's watching right now. Happy BDP 8 drop, y'all. What's going on? Colin, hope everybody was able to get the sets they had planned for and that we're not busting budgets today. Excited for Double Insiders points. Yeah, Double Points is coming up very, very soon. Your great content will always keep your channel growing, very honest and respectful. This is why you're growing so fast. I appreciate that. I felt for many years that there was a niche. that there was a hole not being filled in this community. So now I'm hoping that I'm able to fill it. And that's just a simple fact that I thought, like, hey, like, why isn't anybody talking about budgeting? You know, and then ironically, Lego just kept producing more and more sets. And you know, I was collecting, to give you guys some insight, up until 2022. From like 2017 to 2022, I bought every single Star Wars set, every single set. And then I woke up one day in like 2024 and I was like, I have all these sets that I don't care about. I was literally buying them just to be a completionist. And I was like, this isn't healthy. This is stupid from a budget perspective. A lot of these are overpriced and not worth it, even at the sale price I purchased them for. And I actually don't like some of these. Like, so now, like, when I had met Joanna, she was already kind of in a place where she was being very picky and selective with her Lego sets. And then a couple years came down the road, and then I became the same way. I was like, all right, I'm going to be picky and very selective for the Lego sets that I get. But I just noticed a trend on YouTube where like people were doing these big haul videos, and it's exciting. You know, that's why I kind of did like the joke haul video for this past June 1st, you know, and it's exciting. You know, you watch a creator and they're spending thousands of dollars, you know, $3, $4, $5, $6, $7,000 in one shot. But then you're thinking to yourself and you're like, that's not really realistic. That's not something I can relate to. And then on top of that, like, even if you do have all the money in the world, let's say you go drop 10 grand, June 1st, July 1st, August 1st on all these sets, right? Like, it's still going to take you like 6 months to build all of them. So it's like, there's really no point to buy all of these sets right in one shot anyway, especially like buying them full price nowadays with how expensive Lego is. So yeah, that's why I wanted to be exactly who we are. And we're going to continue to be who we are. All right. Oh, Elite says, I think you are both instantly likable people. Why you are one of my top followed Lego YouTubers. Keep it up. Can't wait to see the future journey. I really appreciate that. I don't want to discredit, like, there's still a lot of great other Lego YouTube channels out there. And I think that you guys should be watching. If you do like watching Lego YouTube content, I think you should watch a variety of creators, because there are a lot of different people bringing stuff to the table, whether it's long form content, short form content, ambassador sponsored channels, non-sponsored channels, or I guess we're not calling them ambassadors anymore. So we got to work that out of our lingo. They're now going to be, what was the word? Recognized fan media, I think was the non-catchy term I guess they're going to be using nowadays. But anyway, you should be watching both types of channels, both sponsored and independent, to get the perspectives and to find out which creators you like the best. Also, like I said, I'm not going to be posting a video every day. There's other creators who do post a video every day. Or for instance, like on the off days when we don't post videos, like go watch Chris Bricks, go watch the Brick Hour podcast. Like go watch ACOB. Like there's so many other great people here in the community posting great content to watch, and I still watch all the channels I've been watching all over the years, you know. So it's a great community to be a part of, and we're just happy that you guys have accepted us into it. So I confused you on my writing. I was saying my autistic son, who is an adult, uses your channel and understands Lego better than anybody else. You guys do a great job. Oh, okay. That clears things up, Sean. Thank you. That makes a lot of sense. Your son is an adult. Okay, that makes sense. Well, I'm very glad to hear that. And I'm glad that he's enjoying our content, and I hope he continues to enjoy our content, and maybe we'll run into you at a Lego convention or a Lego store someday. Jandern says, I didn't grab any this time, but really debating the castle one yet again. Yeah, the castle is tempting. Thank you for your service from one veteran to another. Served in the U.S. Navy, ARY, and first responder. You have created a 4-alarm fire with your channel. Thank you for your service. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And thank you for all your service, Leanna. That is incredible. What does ARY stand for? I know U.S. Navy. Oh, is it no, ARY? You don't have to say the acronym if you don't want to. I don't recognize ARY off the top of my head. The joke call was fun. I'm glad. How does one become a Lego ambassador? I would not know. You would have to go ask the there's a lot of ambassadors who have actually put out content on their channel, and it's literally like a video that says like how to become a Lego ambassador. But from what I heard, they're not accepting applications until further notice. So can't believe I got faked out on that June haul video. I knew you weren't buying anything. You know, I had people like in the comments section of that video go, unsubscribe, worst person ever. This was a good channel, and what a waste, like all this stuff. And I'm like, guys, literally just watch the video. It was a joke. Also, just because XX theme is hot, but it is not your theme or likable build, guess what? You do need to buy every theme set, build what you love. You do not need to be a Lego speed builder. Yeah, that was another thing that I realized. Like, Joanna's a very quick builder, but we both like to enjoy our Lego sets. Like, I build much slower than she does, but yeah, we both like to just take our time and enjoy the sets. So that's true. Yeah, we could part the university out later for sure. Fan collab, that's what it is. Yeah, yeah. There's a little trick, Tom. I'm gonna do a video on it, like probably later in the week, and I can show you guys how to do that trick. So I believe I had it in the Lego room, possibly on the little table under my desk. We'll need to plug it in. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what that's for. All right. One of the only Lego content creators that makes saving money a part of the hobby. You even introduced me to Rakuten, W creator for sure. Oh, thank you, Jersey Mac. Yeah, I think saving money is super important. Absolutely. The more money we save, the more we have money to spend on other things. And especially with rising costs in the economy and everything going on with just cost of life becoming more expensive, I think talking about saving money is more important than ever. And I also think that Legos blame tariffs and a lot of other things for raising prices, but they made $13 billion last year. Like, I think they're okay. Did we really need to raise Speed Champions from $27 to $30 this year? Probably not. But anyway, Legos get more expensive. Life is getting more expensive. And, I think that's just more incentives to not buy Lego sets at full retail on day one. And if we can save some money, I think we definitely should. And I actually think that you enjoy the hobby just like a tiny percent more, knowing that like, hey, I'm building this set and I got it for 25% off, or I got it for 50% off, or I found like a super sweet clearance deal. Like, I think there's something to be said for like getting to build, or buy anything in life and have it. Like, Joanna's a deal hunter, and she'll brag. She's like, oh, I got, this towel set for $5 or whatever it may be. It could be like a very small thing that she found on sale, but like, it just feels good when you save some money, especially since a lot of sets, in my opinion, are not worth the full retail price that they're asking. The Supra that I just built in the Fast and Furious video, I will give Lego credit and props for that. If you guys didn't watch that video yet, the chrome wheels, there's more prints, there's new elements. Overall accuracy of the vehicle is spot on from what we see in the Fast and Furious movies. I will confidently say that set is worth $30. I think that most people can get behind that. Now, some of the other sets being worth full retail, absolutely not. But it is 12, just a little bit past 12:30. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with us this morning. Congratulations to everybody who was able to purchase something. Everybody who didn't, completely okay. That's the other big thing too. I noticed with just the Lego community, like, I'll just leave you guys with this. Like, there's a lot of hype for when sets come out, and I felt this like throughout the years. Avengers Tower and Lion Knight's Castle and all these big sets that came out throughout the years, right? And like, it feels like every month there's hype for a set. And it just seems like, in a way, if you don't get that set right away, like the hype dies down. And it just almost seems like, oh, you didn't get that set right away. Like, well, don't bother because like the hype's over, or, the set isn't exciting anymore. So, oh, whatever. You got Optimus Prime 2 years after it released. I want to normalize sets being exciting no matter when you get it. If you get a set day 1, day 100, 6 months after it releases, 2 years after it releases, or right before it retires. Same thing with BDP. If you get a BDP set today and it gets shipped out, or if 2 years from now you want to part out a BDP set, like a Lego set, when it's new to you, it's special. It's exciting. And don't let anybody take away that hype or that excitement for the hobby just because you may be getting something months, weeks, or years after somebody else does. So anyway, I want everybody to be happy, excited about the hobby, no matter where you are in your Lego journey. So with that being said, guys, don't stop shooting until you score. Go watch today's video. Drop your predictions for which sets are going to sell out, as well as how many units overall out of the 150,000. And I'm curious to see who is going to get closest to being correct from that aspect. But you guys are amazing. I'm going to go grab Sophia and we're going to go grab some lunch. I think we're going to go grab some Dunkin' Donuts because I could use some more coffee. But enjoy the rest of your day, and we will see you guys very soon. Have a good one.